Wait, no, it's supposed to be Chocolate. This isn't. Oh, it's fine.
Hi guys. We took us a little while to go live because we were making coffee, but I just noticed that Goblets and Warlocks raided us while we were getting
Hello,
prepped.
Goblets and Warlocks and Raiders. Thank you so much for joining us.
Arigato gozaimasu. Welcome. Oh my gosh, look at this. We got Druid IRL and extirpatefate, itsStarkitty, and I'm StormyD. And oh my god, it's awesome to have you guys here. Thank you so much.
Coffee.
Chunk of coffee? Yes, exactly. Chunk of coffee.
Hold on, we do have to get chocolate.
Man, I wonder if we could have a coffee mug modeled after like a caterpillar. I don't know I don't know how that would work though.
That'd be super custom item.
So the idea would be a green mug, and the caterpillar is the handle.
Oh.
Well, that could work too. Yeah.
Somebody make that happen.
Oh,
Somebody make that happen. I need that.
Sounds cool. Wow, look at all these amazing folks. We got Pyro, Goblets and Warlocks, Daddy Dagoth, Banana Tom, OG Blaze. Look at you guys. Thank you so much.
Goblets and Warlocks, how was your stream? How was your D&D team doing today?
Yeah.
And which team was this?
And Dagoth, can we get a shout out to Goblets and Warlocks?
Dagoth already did it.
Oh, he did. He beat me to it.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's how I knew they were playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Good on you there. Oh yeah, it's right there.
Oh, Descent into Avernus. Nice. How's that team faring?
Yeah, what's going on with you guys? Everyone sound off and shout out. They unlocked Lulu's memories. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I don't know what that means because I haven't read through the Descent into Avernus book. But heck, is that one of the ones we don't have? It might be one of the ones we don't have.
Yeah, we do not have that book.
Huh. But wow. Yeah.
Hey, whether it was a light stream or not, your team got things accomplished, right?
That's right. That's right. We have those too. Last week was, here's the recap. Last week was basically the party members had their big meeting with the MGA leadership to determine their ranking in the new ranked guilds roster. So it's a big deal. Oh, you know what? I jumped the gun. We got to do the intro for the YouTubes. Hi guys, I'm StormyD of Storm Saga Games. Welcome to the channel. I am the DM, play all the NPCs and monsters and stuff, and the main NPC that I play is a party member named Rylar the Suffrigant, a cleric of goo, technically a warlock of the Great Old One. And right over here we have with the sexy blue fuzzy ears.
Hi everybody, I'm itsStarkitty, and I play Emillynn Ray, the bard of the party leader, and interpreter of Philip.
Well said, well said. Jumping straight across the way with that gorgeous shiny green hair.
I'm Druid IRL, and I play Fern, and she's a Circle of Spores Druid. And this
You bring out
is Chocolate.
You bring out the chunk to put the chunk in here.
Chocolate.
To bring out the chunk.
And right next to Chonkapillar and Lady, we have this bearded warrior of Sparta.
Hello everybody, I am extirpatefate, or Fate. I am playing Lorkris the Goliath, who is a Oathbreaker Paladin of Melora and the Pack of the Grave Cleric of Weejoss.
Right on.
Yeah.
Just a quick question for you Goblets and Warlocks, how many NPCs are you role-playing in this campaign?
That's a hard question to answer.
Stinky.
Well, he said, oh, and got another NPC that I have to role-play, LOL. How many are you currently role-playing in this?
I have to admit,
Avernus?
in this one, I've packed a bit too many.
He's got 3 he's role-playing.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
But you should know by now that your players are being like, oh hey, there's somebody new. What's their name?
Yeah, trust me. I know. I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, cool. Right on.
Those are three interesting NPCs to roleplay there.
Yeah. So, guys, my goodness, thank you all for joining us this evening. It's exciting that you all are so excited. Rovendale!
Rovendeer's in the house.
I'm so happy you could make it.
Saw the thing.
We've missed you on some of the streams during the week, but we know you come when you can, and I just want you to know how much we appreciate you, all of you, every single one of you guys. So, yes, exactly. I know it's super late for you guys, and so the weekend is probably easier for you than during the week. Totally understand. But man, I love this community of people that we're building together. Each other, we're creating these circles and combining the circles together. Communities of communities, right? Pretty soon we'll have a little city.
I was gonna say, pretty soon well, realistically, we're just a big old Venn diagram.
Yeah, a Venn a Venn diagram, and it fits. OG Blaze talks about how Stormkeep is like this giant castle of doom full of multiple facilities within it, and he's right. And speaking of that, it occurred to me something that Druid and Fate and StarkItty and I have kind of talked about in stuff. I think we're going to work on it some more, work on the idea some more, and I'm just going to tease it to you guys, but we've been kind of thinking of creating a stream team, as it were. And, you know, I like, we obviously have already done that between us, and but I feel like we can keep connecting all these circles together into something else, something that starts catch fire. It's the only way we're gonna really grow and compete with those, you know, the old groups that have been on Twitch since the beginning, right? And even if, you know, it's not even about that when I say compete, I mean that just kind of logistically speaking, not like I seriously care about that part. I just want us to build something special and grow, so. I totally get it. Yeah, I appreciate you, Goblins and Warlocks. You're not the first one to ask that, but
Julian, I brought it up. I don't remember bringing this up. Did I bring this up?
Yeah, you brought up the stream team thing, so I was like, it's law now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's like that's how bandwidth and banter, you know, it happened because like StarkItty said it, so we're like,
I would love minis from Rovendale. All you guys, that's fantastic. And Goblins and Warlocks, I totally get what it's like to be a forever DM.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, I am too. I have just resigned myself to that position. Although there are moments where I get to branch out, and actually, it's very rare. But it's going to actually happen pretty soon. This is just a little bit of a side thing. So I know you guys know that we have had an ongoing DM thing with some friends of mine here locally. Once I wrap up that campaign with them, one of the other players is going to take over DM for a while in a campaign. So I'll actually get to play. It's been so long. And so I totally understand where you're coming from, Goblins and Warlocks. I know, right? A druid tensed up and grew to the size of a giant.
I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even need to see it. It's like blind sight. Just like,
You have a tremor sense when she's around, right?
Yeah.
How does one scream in Druidic?
Druid is really large, says Pyro. Large and in charge.
Oh man, totally get it, Goblins and
Surprisingly-
Warlocks. I hate when Work gets in the way of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I was
no, go
gonna
ahead.
say, sorry, Druid is really large. No matter what size Druid becomes, there's always gonna be a scarf that's a half-inch longer than her.
Thank you for the lurk, goblets and warlocks.
Thank you for the lurk, brother. I appreciate you so much. We will catch you later, sir. And for all of you folks of goblets and warlocks, thank you for joining us tonight. So, cracks Druid who cracks eggs in her elbow for fun. All right,
Right, here
so,
we go.
Again, the recap. The adventurers had defeated they had dreamed the impossible dream and achieved the impossible goal of defeating the 16th level first ranked Steel Dawn team. And so because of that, because of all of their contributions to the many quests that they've done and their contributions to the MGA's development on in Civilization's development on Frontier Isle, and because of their contributions to the community as well, there was no other position they could be in except second place, at least. So, and maybe someday they'll earn the first spot. We'll see. But honestly, I think they now know that as always, they have bigger priorities in mind. And tonight is going to be something interesting because the next chapter, almost you could say the third act of the entire campaign, begins tonight. As the party members are going to a special secret meeting with MGA leadership again, but this one's a bit different, in a different place, different time, going over some very different things, and they're going to be given access to secret information that they were not given access to before, because only the platinum level adventurers had access to this information.
The platinum level is your security clearance, huh? Okay.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
Even though it's not that obvious, it only becomes obvious once you make platinum level.
Man, do I gotta whip this team into a Navy SEAL team? No.
You kind of already have.
Good luck.
Nice try.
I mean, you guys whipped up on the Force Marine Recon team, right? I mean, you did. You trounced them.
We took out Dev Group.
It was close, though. They almost turned it around. But not quite as close as actually your fight against Lone Riders, though. That was actually slightly closer.
Yeah,
Lone Riders
that one was.
super close.
That's because we didn't have force cage and reverse gravity.
Yeah, that really did set the tone.
Yeah, that, and also, like, I feel like we were all kind of handicapping ourselves a little bit because we didn't want to, like, show all of our skills, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there was that part where we're like, at least for me, I was like, okay, so Fern knows that we're like, this is a competition. If we show off everything, then it's, they'll know all of our secrets.
Right.
No one has really seen us fight before. So, like, having as much of a surprise as possible, so it was like, there was no way she was going to go out of her way to, like, go big or go home with, like, lower level teams where she knew for a fact we were going to kick their butt.
Even though you almost didn't.
She felt it in her spores.
She felt it in her spores. Nice.
Speaking of, look at my mushroom shirt that I got for Fern today.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
It is terrifying.
It is terrifying, but it's lovely.
Yeah, it is super cool.
It's cute. It's terrifying like Fern.
You mean like Druid? Same, I guess.
Your shirt's cool too, Fate.
Oh, thank you.
It's a Molly Mock.
Molly
shirt.
Mock for Critical Role Campaign 2. Long may he reign.
Long may he reign.
This took forever to get a hold of one of these. They were.
You're wearing a
constantly
Critical
sold out.
Role shirt on our stream night? Shame on you.
Hey.
Dead characters.
Dead
Long may
characters.
he reign.
Long may he reign.
I didn't even know who the hell who that is or who you're talking about, so I don't know. But all right.
So tragic.
So, we're gonna do the individual recaps. Randomly decided who tells me what they what stood out to your character the most about the rank meeting last week. Lorkris.
I'm gonna make me some coffee.
Okay.
I despise meetings where I can't speak. Not as much as Fern, though. That weirdo's probably.
Did you
the
mute
Druid.
your mic? Sorry, I was. I don't know if you can hear her. Okay.
I can at least. Yeah. Just it's weird to be in that space. It must have been really difficult for Fern. Clearly it was. And it's quite the achievement. Lorkris is very kind of just, it hasn't quite sunk in. Like, he knows what's happened and what we've achieved, but it's just like, really? Really? Okay then. Let's go.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, since someone is making coffee.
Yeah.
I need a little pick me up.
You okay over there?
Yep, she's fine.
She's so focused.
Yeah, you look super
paying
focused on
attention.
whatever you were looking at.
Totally not chatting to Rovindir in chat right now.
Okay. So,
Aries is here.
hey
Hi,
Aries, welcome back, sir. Oh my gosh, it wouldn't be the same without you. So glad you're here. So, so Fern.
Oh, hey, Rovindir's on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you go into my promote yourself section of my Discord, he actually posted his link. I'll at you at it.
Don't apologize, Rovindir. It's all right.
No worries, no worries at all.
She knows better. And we're gonna go chat dark in a little bit. This is not the moment we have gone chat dark, so it's okay. But it is Fern's turn now.
Okay. You guys, I did so good not talking the entire time, and I just, I was just so good. I should have been able to get more things for, everyone just because I did so good at not talking the whole time.
All right. Anything else to add?
No.
Okay.
Actually, I have one more thing.
Yes.
Sorry. Of
So-
course, we were Team 2 now.
Mute yours. Say again?
Of course, we're Team 2 now because Miss Ray is so good and a wonderful leader and stuff. And I understand why we didn't get to number 1. I get that. We totally are number 1. Even though we are technically number 2. We're number 1.
That's totally her. Yep. Absolutely.
When you think about it, we technically are still number 1. We're number 1 team on Jocko's Relic Hunters.
You're welcome for that one. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm done now.
Well, that means it's Emillynn Ray's turn.
Sitting in that meeting is a little nerve-wracking because the whole time Emillynn was like, I have no idea what to say. If they ask me questions, I have no idea what I'm going to say. Oh my gosh, that's what she was thinking the whole time. She was paying attention, but it's like when it came time to talk, she was like, mind blank, my mind went blank. It didn't help that Philip was like, you don't even know what you're going to say, do you? Like, these people here are talking about how good you guys are doing, and you're just going to not say anything because you don't know what to say. And Philip was not very helpful in that instance. But hey, I'm very proud of Fern. Fern did a really good job to not speak out of turn. He deserves a gold star. Aries, you're probably right. I was probably the only one that enjoyed that meeting. But I do have to say, us being ranked as the second guild.
Second ranked guild. Mm-hmm.
Pressure, more pressure. Oh my God, this is not the kind of pressure I wanted on our team.
Now we have to perform.
Yeah. I would have been happy with like 4 or 5. I would have been like, yeah, we're good. We're good. Not 2.
Mm-hmm.
All that pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need more coffee.
You're talking about your character.
Yes, I'm gonna talk about my character.
And yourself in real life since your coffee's done now.
Yes.
All right.
I also needed a reload of coffee too.
Okay. No sweat. No sweat.
Don't let this amount of energy that you're seeing fool you. I am very, very sleepy.
Did you guys have a high carb dinner or something? Is that why she's sleepy?
No, we had a oh no, look at the time. It's 1:30. We need to go to bed.
Oh yeah. That's right. You said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you still get up early?
Yeah, we still get up at the same time.
What was that?
We still get up at the same time. The bird demands it.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So. But that's okay.
Which one's that one?
Caffeine and.
See, they knew that sales of those kinds of things are good every once in a while because when people branch out and try something different.
All right, I am back with my coffee.
Man, bun I just understood Daddy Dagoth what the sorry fate meant. This is the first time I've actually done like a proper bun with my locks.
Oh, really?
Quincy's hair now.
Wait, Banana Tom is making Lorkris and Elden Ring? What?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
He modeled Lorkris, and did he not put it in the Discord?
Did I miss this?
Or did you put it in my individual one? Maybe
It was in a group chat with you, me, and
he didn't share it.
Only the 3 of us saw it.
You need to share it on the regular Discord, buddy. He modeled Fern and Lorkris.
What?
Yeah.
I need to see this.
Lorkris looks like Lorkris. Fern, at first, I thought was a guy.
It's like I saw Robendeer's hero something of Fern. It looks really good.
I can't wait to see it.
Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
I can show you. Let me pull it back up.
Fern is very boy.
Chatting.
That's facts.
No, that's not chatting. Chatting. There we go.
Fern is very boy.
Different.
Wow.
Yeah, our buns are matching today. You guys.
That's pretty awesome. Did Robendeer, did you create the model yourself? As far as like
Stoneforge.
No, I know it's Stoneforge, so like did you like put the I guess I haven't used that app, so
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
No.
No.
No. We're gonna have to put that on a t-shirt for you, Fern.
You figured out the fate. That's cool. Right on. Awesome. model for that. Yeah, that's cool. Awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see what Banana Tom did too. So that's really cool. It's amazing what you guys are doing, and we were discussing that we need to start getting some merch done here soon. So t-shirts, stickers, coffee mug. That's kind of our first 3 staples. We need to make that happen. So I guess put that on our list for things to get going this week.
Yes, if
Fern,
there's anything
Druid.
that you would like to see on merch for like any of the streamers or even the D&D characters, just let us know in the Discords.
Yes.
Yes, and guys,
Yes.
Rovendir and everybody, please, when you share stuff that's D&D related, share it on all of our Discords. Fates
Yes.
too.
Or at us, or at all of us.
Yes.
Oh, you can do that? You can.
Yeah, at all of us. That way, one of us can share it in the other Discords. That way, you get all that recognition.
Oh, I'll make you a special hat.
Yeah, all of you folks who are here tonight, if you create anything that's D&D related or just kind of even adjacent to anything that we're doing, feel free to share it in all of our Discords, because it's nice it feels good when we see stuff in the Discords, from you guys. And by the way, that this is a big shout out to Daddy Dagoth for the consistent memes that he puts in my Discord. I
Yes,
appreciate that.
Dagoth, you're
Daddy Dagoth.
awesome. I sometimes read those when I need a break from work, from work stress.
Yeah.
And then I laugh to myself when I'm reading through those memes.
Oh yeah.
So keep it up, Dagoth. I really appreciate it.
Yes. All right.
Cool. Cool.
Look.
All right, but with that said, you're welcome, sir. So I'm gonna see this. This will be the last thing that we do, the last distraction, because we gotta get going tonight.
Sorry. Oh.
Stop apologizing. It's
Okay,
all right. I did say I
okay.
want to see it.
I thought you'd already seen this.
Oh yeah, no, I've already seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've already seen it.
I think I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, please do. Please do.
Meme queen. That's great.
Please have her also post those in my Discord. We're gonna have a meme off one of these days.
Ooh.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah. Curate a meme list in one Discord and another, and we'll compare and see which is the memeiest of memes.
Uh-oh. I'm sure Dagoth will be like, challenge accepted.
Yeah, Dagoth, I expect you to take a gold and or platinum. It is a close one though with Ezo.
Oh, Ezo's good with the
Ezo.
memes? Oh, okay.
Ezo's pretty good with the memes, with the memes.
And we also have not seen, Bobo could be the dark horse. We have not seen her memages.
Bobo could easily be the dark
That
horse.
is true.
So
I love the Dark Horse.
Are you guys suggesting something for the next community day?
And that's a ways off. Let's not talk about that right now.
I am suggesting something.
I'm not talking about
that-
it. It could be a community day for any of the streamers
Okay,
in
that's
right
true.
now.
Fair enough.
So, like, if they want to do a community day, they can do something like that too,
Challenge accepted.
right?
I also may or may not be thinking about planning a community day coming up. We'll see.
I may or may not be thinking. Just saying.
But I think that would be
Just
would be
move.
fun to do on like a community day where everybody submits like their best memes and then everybody votes, and then whoever makes it to the top is the winner.
Cool. Ray and Rylar are coming too.
Oh, okay. Cool.
By the way,
I'm
Ray,
excited.
Ray is R-E-Y. Not that it matters that much.
Yeah.
But I thought I would share. They actually are. By the way, I know most people never read the descriptions, but if you ever do want to see that stuff, it's on the YouTube videos for the D&D show, we have links to their Twitch, and we also have the names of the characters and stuff. So.
Yep.
Meme stream, but I don't think that happened. Oh, I guess.
No, it hasn't. Only you has posted in there. So I was like, Daddy Dagoth will win. See.
Yeah, that's right. Banana Tom suggested that the other day, that we get together and build Stormkeep in No Man's Sky. I'm like, that's a neat idea. It's too bad there isn't like a medieval equivalent of No Man's Sky.
I mean, probably the closest you could get would be Valheim.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah, Valheim.
That'd be a lot of work, but you could probably do it in Valheim. I bet, like Ares, Daddy Dagoth.
I think it'd be way easier in No Man's Sky for sure.
Possibly. I've never played No Ham Sky.
No Ham Sky, yeah.
No Ham Sky.
I love it. It's a new game.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't played Valheim, so we're on equal footing.
Nice.
But I've watched
Valheim's
it played, and I saw someone building their fort, and I get that it requires a lot of work to build a fort, and so I can imagine that it would be a lot of resource gathering.
Yeah, who was I watching the other day? Was it Josher that was playing? Josher was playing something like that where he was building a fort. I was like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, there's a couple. I think he does Rust, and I think Grounded also has some fort building, and he's played Valheim. Yeah. Oh, a massive banana.
Seriously, Banana Tom?
What do you say?
Pictures? Do you have pictures? If so, post it in the Discord.
Pictures of what?
He said, I actually built a massive banana in No Man's Sky.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And we just mined planets, dust in No Man's Sky, and collected cool ships. That is true. That is literally all I did, Dagoth. I mined planets and collected cool ships. There must be way more to it than that.
Oh yeah. All right.
I must see this banana you have created.
Yeah, I want to see this too. Yeah. That's awesome. Uh-oh, Blaze, are you also an NMS person? Man, we got to totally get this going. This needs to be a thing now.
We have some games to
I
buy.
played No Man's Sky for a little bit.
That's right, you did. Because
I have a
it
lot
was
of
gifted
games I
to
have
us
to
by
buy.
Kill DG, remember?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Alrighty.
this has been a remarkable and wonderful tangent hanging out with you guys and chatting about the future of Stormkeep. We got this going on. I love you all. Thank you so
Rovendira, I
much.
love your emote with the cat and the sunglasses.
Yep.
I'm jelly. I want that emote.
Good luck to you. All right, we're gonna go chat dark now while we can continue or begin tonight's adventures. So,
What do you guys think will happen in the secret meeting? Comment down below.
all right.
I think that the secrets won't be secrets anymore.
Har 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 har.
But is it a secret anymore if it's shared on YouTube?
Definitely not.
Probably not. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah. Okay.
Got me there.
So, if I remember correctly, you guys had your rank meeting on one day, and it was in the late afternoon into the evening, right? And then the plan was to have the secret meeting
The next day.
the next day
morning.
in the morning, right? Well, that morning comes, and Mr. Jocko's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. He's so nervous about this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Out of curiosity, you had mentioned something platinum popper different.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna get to that. Thank you for bringing that up, though. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off, making sure that everybody's getting ready. He comes over to make sure everybody's awake on time and getting ready to go. And he's like, "Okay, make sure you bring your platinum poppers." And oh, by the way, go back to this scene. The reason, actually, I guess we should probably go. Combat Cam. Roll for initiative. You're going to fight Mr. Jocko now. No, I'm just kidding.
That's a 2.
Seriously.
I sing him a song to calm him down.
So this is just a little quick sketch that I did of the new platinum popper that they got. So just to clarify, all the poppers represent the different base metals that are also currency in the world. The first one they had was copper. The second one they had was silver. The third was gold, and now they've earned their platinum. Now, as you guys may know, platinum kind of looks similar to silver. So, to differentiate it, first off, I want to imagine that the copper, silver, and gold ones looks like this. All right, without this double line in the middle, just a flat line. Okay, and they're smaller than this. They're basically, go back to this one. They're roughly this size, right? Just really tiny. Exactly, yeah, like that. And this one right here is what the platinum looks like. It's basically a slightly darker brushed metal look similar to the silver, but it also has a blue gem stone encased in it down the line in the center, and it has this kind of slightly diamond shape at the end, which is basically added on. So now the Steel Dawn didn't show theirs off in town because they didn't need to. They themselves stood out like their own poppers. They would keep them under their armor. That's why I hadn't described them to before. But I figured it'd be something interesting for you guys to know, because it is a differentiation for the popper. And so there we go. So Mr. Jocko is helping everybody get ready, and he's all nervous and anxious because even though you guys are kind of surprised that he's so nervous and anxious, because he's always been the one who goes and negotiates with the MGA leadership to get more stuff for you guys. But what's really, I'm assuming that while you all are having breakfast and waking up and drinking your coffee and stuff, someone asks him, why are you so agitated? And he's like, well, you say that this is the first time that I've heard rumors about the special meetings for the platinum teams, but I didn't know if it was true or not. And apparently this means that we're going to be privy to the top secret missions, some of the deeper knowledges that the MGA has hidden from their previous exploration of the island. The things that some of the pieces of the puzzle. Plus, we're apparently going to be meeting with the Supreme Chancellor of the 9 Merchant Lords of Grisantia. He basically oversees the entire Frontier Isle project. And so it's got me a little bit frazzled, because I want to make sure that we not only have a good impression, but that we're ready, that we're prepared. And this is really a big deal. This person of leadership, he's effectively the direct, connection. The person that reports directly to the 9 Merchant Lords. And so, I don't know. I'm just rather excited by it all, and I'm just so proud of you all. I guess didn't get much sleep last night, and you know how it goes. Sometimes when you don't get much sleep is when you're the most energetic in the morning. I'm sure I'm going to crash later tonight.
Taco? Do I have to not talk like I did yesterday?
No,
Well,
I don't
like-
think so. I think that it's going to be, well, I would ask that you be a little subdued, but be yourself, you know? Just imagine that people there want to hear what you have to say, right? But make sure that you kind of follow the cues of the room, the way Miss Ray's been teaching you, the social cues, you know? And if it feels like what you might say might hurt someone's feelings, then you might rethink whether you say it or not.
I'll do my best, but sometimes, like, the words that come out of my mouth don't actually filter through my brain right away.
I understand. Do your best.
Fern, you can always ask me, whisper in my ear first, and then I can let you know.
Okay.
Will that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was this big old cool person that we're going to talk to? What was his name again? Or what was his
I
title?
don't know his name. All I know is the title. So you all know that, of course, Lord Henron is basically the governor, the overseer of the entire MGA project here on Frontier Isle, right? Well, Lord Henron is effectively, the boss of the island, but this person, the Supreme Conciliator.
Wait, what was his title?
The Supreme Conciliator.
Supreme Conciliator.
Yeah, it's CONCILI. So we ATR.
Got it.
And so I imagine, of course, I know that the Lord Henron will be there, and I believe that General Harvok is also scheduled to be there as well. And supposedly the other Platinum teams will be there as well, because we're all basically getting a top secret briefing. And we're going to the rumored Red Door, of course, as well. It's a special room in part of the MGA that is rumored. It's called the Red Door because if you ever somehow find yourself deep in the MGA keep here in Misty City, and you find yourself on your way to the Red Door, it's you should turn back, and that's the sort of urban legend about it, because if you go through the Red Door, then you may not ever come back again. It's it's nonsense really, but supposedly we'll see. You had a question, Lorkris?
You said other teams that are platinum. I know Steel Dawn is. We now are. Which other teams are platinum?
The top 3 ranked teams are platinum, and I believe technically once you've gained a rank, a popular rank, you don't lose it. You may lose your ranking in the guild ranking structure, but once you gain a pauper rank, you keep the pauper. It would take some egregious mistakes or criminal behavior to change that.
So Lone Riders and Crystal Hedge are the others.
Well, yeah, I don't believe, I could be wrong, but I don't think Crystal Hedge will be there since they're currently no longer in the field.
For now.
Fair.
For now. Do let them know if they need help recruiting. We'd be happy to interview.
Oh yeah, we're so good at it.
The look on Lorkris' face when you say that.
Is we'd be happy to interview potential candidates. We've got plenty of experience.
That you do. So, do you all have any other questions before we head out?
No. What are you doing?
Yeah, you okay, Druid?
Yes, I just had a random thought, and we're good.
Oh, you didn't want to lose it? You had to write it down? Okay, right on.
Yeah.
So,
I see what you did, Druid. I see what you did.
you do?
Yep. I know exactly what she did.
Okay, cool. All right. So, he tells you, let's go. We're going to be, you remember that waiting room that we stayed in before we went on to the parliamentary deliberation chamber? So we're going to that room again.
That's the room where I have to be like calm and stuff in there, right?
Well, do your best. Yeah, don't, grow trees in the room or anything like that.
Don't give her ideas, please.
You all right?
I don't have that spell prepared, so you're lucky.
All right. So,
Do it.
well, you guys make your way across town, and almost all of the renovations of your guild hall have been completed, and you're looking forward to that because all the banging and stuff has been kind of annoying some of the time. But man, it's looking great from the outside. Most of the inside stuff is already functional, right? The dining hall and stuff. But
I'm sure Granada's out there with the whip going, work faster!
yeah, speaking of Granada, she wishes you guys luck. And so does, just before heading back out into the training area, so does Silvis. Yeah, you make your way across town to MGA headquarters. It's early enough that it's not as busy as usual. And when you get to the area, you come in about the same time that looks like the Gashura and her crew from Loam Riders are arriving at about the same time. And yes, of course, she immediately, you go to get hugs and she capitulates. They all know not to refuse hugs from Fern. Otherwise they'll find
so beautiful.
Right. Otherwise they'll find fungus growing in their toes in the morning. I'm kidding.
No, so true.
But yeah, they're happy to see you all, and they say, this is Gashor's like, it's such an honor to be here with all of you, and I'm so impressed by how you all defeated them. It was unbelievable. I had no idea. Why did you not use those capabilities against us? You would have crushed us in moments. You'd have given us no chance.
Well, Gashura, we can't share all of our secrets and tactics.
You're brilliant. Just for the audience sake, Gashura is the
Dragonborn sorceress that has
Yes.
a huge fan club.
Yes. Yeah, this is her. This is one of my favorite models that we ended up finding somewhere. I'm just using it. That's her.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Oh, there it is.
Come on, camera. Be nice now. All right.
Yeah. Super cool.
Yep.
And the rest,
Friendly delayed blast fireball.
Yes, delayed blast fireball.
Yep. You guys make your way in through, all the administrative offices and the hallways, of MGA Keep, and into that waiting room.
I said hello to the administrative staff if they're in.
Yeah, they're all getting set up and worked, because you guys are a little bit before all that stuff opens.
And I do tell them, I have no reports today, don't worry.
You make it into that waiting room, and Steel Dawn is already there, waiting. And of course, the guild leaders of each of of their guilds is also there with them. And when you all start arriving and filtering in the room, they rise from their seats and come over and greet you guys and offer handshakes and say, so who are you doing that to? Daxon? So you come over to get hugs, and he's like, so do you just go up and hug him? All right, you go up and hug him, and he just kind of pats you on your head.
I go over there and I'm like, Fern, did you ask permission first?
Absolutely not.
We talked
He
about this.
denied me a dance. So he has to deal with this shit because he did not dance with me.
I look at Dax and go, well, you heard her.
He's all like, so.
It could be worse.
They live with me, so you're just...
Yeah. So one of the administrative clerks, when he sees that everybody's there, he says, "Oh, you're all present. Excellent. Follow me, my lords." And so you guys now follow him. You actually end up going into that same, parliamentary style meeting chamber, and go out through a back room that you had seen some of them enter into before. And it was a door that you had seen, and you get to basically follow everybody through that. And then it actually goes into a hall where there's another set of offices, but you guys actually go through an archway that goes outside and up some steps. And eventually, basically, you kind of wind your way through different towers of the MGA headquarters keep that you see from a distance, but never actually. You don't go through all of them, but you go through past some of them and along a wall, and eventually you're basically walking along this wall from one tower to a smaller tower. This sort of kind of unobtrusive from all the rest of them, a little square tower. And you can see down below, you can see the other towers, and you can see stretched out. It's a nice view of the central courtyard of the city, of Misty City. It's an unusual perspective to see, and you kind of stop and marvel. But what you really marvel at is right ahead of you, at the end of the walkway, with the parapets along the side and everything. The entrance to this small, squat, square tower is a red door. And so sure enough, it's not just an urban legend. Maybe all the embellishments that have been added onto it are, but there really is a red painted door. And it has these multiple locks on it. And they're not locked right now, though. The clerk, Devin, opens it for you all to go inside. And inside, it's just like a tower chamber with railing and steps. And he says, "Please go down the steps. You'll find a chamber below." And so everybody, now you got like 3 teams, like 12 people. Well, 12 plus the 3 leaders, right? So 15 people all, kind of basically filtering down these steps. And eventually you end up, it opens up in this archway in this kind of large chamber that you're like, where is this in the keep? Like the architecture of the keep, it's not magical. It's just the way it was all designed. It's meant to be kind of a maze and hard to get to and hard to find and stuff. And
So you're saying there's no maps on the walls that says you are here.
You're right. Yeah, there's none of that.
They should really have a plan for emergency exits.
Exactly.
So, in this chamber, it. What was that?
I said OSHA's gonna be upset.
I can't imagine anybody in modern day OSHA going back in time to the Middle Ages and just having a heart attack about everything.
They'd be like, violation.
So, at any rate, so now you're the chamber that you enter into is a very large, like a dining hall actually, and the it's made of this nice old dark mahogany wood that's very well kept, but it's not embellished. There's not a lot of artwork or fancy architecture. It's meant to be very just useful, right? And the table is a giant U. Obviously, Steel Dawn has been here before, so they kind of took the lead and walked in front of everybody, and they kind of led everybody down. Again, it's a large dining hall. So there are two long tables, and they're basically capped on one end with another long table, so it makes a giant U, right? And immediately, you notice that on that back table, right, there is the bottom of the U, right? There are 4 people sitting there. One is Lord Henron. One is General Horvok. One is one of the backstaff clerks, one of the administrative, actually more than a clerk, probably some sort of, no, actually this is, you had seen this backstaff clerk. This isn't somebody who normally clerks in the front office or any of for the front facing with adventurers or anything, but you'd seen him before when traveling through offices. And he looks like he's there. He's got set up with like scrolls and an ink quill, and basically he's like a stenographer. And the 4th person, so it's at the end of that table, it's literally, you see General Horvok on the end, and then and there's because of the length of the table, they're kind of in the middle of it. It's long enough that there's like 2 seats that are empty on each side, right? But they're not, they look like they're meant for any other leadership or any other people who would need to be there. The side length tables are for you guys to sit in. And at any rate, I kind of got off on a tangent. So you seated at that table, you see General Horvok, Lord Henron. Then you see that funky little old man that you guys had seen in the previous meeting, that you guys thought was the Druid, and then you see the clerk, and then 2 chairs flanking them on each side, and then, of course, Steel Dawn. They actually go over to the other table, and the clerk that's there, he gets up and helps direct you guys to, and he says, we've set up assigned seats for you all, not specifically, but let's have Steel Dawn over here on this side, and with their leader, and then we can fit the other 2 teams on this table. Basically, it's enough that you can, the long tables are big enough that you could fit 2 teams on each side, but only one. But on the far side is where Steel Dawn is at. Does that make sense? What's your question?
Are we on Horvok's side? Are we sitting close to Horvok?
You're
Or are we
sitting
sitting
closer to the clerk. Like, so as you walk into the chamber, the U is like, well, okay, how can I? As you walk into the chamber, you see the U from above, and on the far right is where the bottom of the U is, where the leadership is at, okay? And it's General Horvok is basically the farthest from you, and the clerk is closest to you, okay?
I mean, it's not a round table.
No, it's not a round table. This is this is not Stormkeep or Camelot. Yeah, and then there are these long tables, you know, on each side. And then Steel Dawn is basically, they're going to sit over by General Horvok on the other side, and then your two teams are sitting here. They set it up such that you guys are sitting closest to the leadership, and then Loam Riders are sitting to the left of you all.
Oh, so we're sitting kind of like in rank order. First, second, and then third.
Kind
I'm
of,
guessing.
sort of. Although, yeah, I mean, you're not sure if that was their intent, but it just kind of worked out that way.
Gotcha.
So, at that, Lord Henron stands up and says, "Welcome, Platinum team members. We're honored today to have you for two of the teams, what is your first special meeting with the MGA Head Council. This specific meeting is designed as a more cozy space than the general meeting we had yesterday. A place for you all to ask any questions that might have come up since then. But it's also specifically about how we proceed forward now that you all have earned the platinum rank. As I'm sure that your leadership has already let you and the Loam Riders know, I'm sure Mr. Jocko and Colonel Loam have shared with their teams once you have joined the Platinum Pauper Club, as it were, you earn the right to learn some special things about the island that you might not have known otherwise. That it's not that we're trying to be deceptive with the people or with the teams. It's simply a matter of keeping some of the information compartmentalized, and also if too many adventurers out there know what's going on about some of the things in the background, and they are captured by some potentially unknown, unseen enemy, as the relic hunters have found, they won't have information to give. So I hope that you all are comfortable enough. We shall proceed with the meeting.
Such epic music.
Yeah, the music is pretty epic right now. I know, right? It's like, wow. Okay, so it's battle music for our meeting.
Hey, sometimes these meetings can be battle.
Yeah. He says to you, so the other important part of the special meeting is, like I said, for us to help figure out what's the best course of action, the best way to move forward, and more importantly, to assign specific goals and missions to the Platinum teams. Now, I know that means you're not going to have quite as much freedom as you thought, as you did before when you were just newbie, that's not the word, greenhorn adventurers, or lower ranked, unranked or lower ranked adventurers. But in a way, you also will have more freedom as well. What I mean by that is, as platinum level adventurers, your guild halls will also be partially subsidized directly by the MGA because your teams will be working on these special missions at your own pace that you choose, unless, of course, an emergency comes up. So that's what I mean by less freedom and a little bit more freedom. Specifically, once I outline what we have in mind for your 3 teams today, after we adjourn, the thing that I want you all to do is have a meeting with each of the other teams to determine how you proceed forward and when. And this will all happen after you have taken at least a week or 2 downtime since the events that have unfolded recently. We expect you all to take some time, to take some downtime. You've earned the right, and enjoy yourselves. Train as much as you want if that appeals to you more. But after the 1 to 2 weeks downtime, however long it takes you and your teams, as you all decide amongst yourselves, how long it takes you to prepare for the upcoming mission is up to you. Now keep something in mind, that even though we're going to be sending all 3 of your teams on individual special quests, initially the 3 of your teams are going to be going out on the expedition together. So let me explain this a little bit further. And he says, actually, I'm going to retcon that slightly. He says, and to explain this further, the first, I guess we could call it a secret. Before we proceed forward, before we start to unveil some of the deeper secrets, I must swear all of you, individually and as a group, to secrecy, that you will not share what you learned today with anybody else until it's time that the MGA leadership deems that it's all right to do so. So please know that the secrets that you're going to learn here today, they shouldn't put you in an ethical dilemma. So you shouldn't be afraid to make this oath. But if you can't make this oath, then we will have to rescind your platinum papas and put you back down to gold. It's as simple as that. So, each of you ready? And he goes to, Steel Dawn first, and the guild leader of Steel Dawn says, "We are ready to continue our oath that we've already sworn." And then then Lord Henron says, "Proceed. Simply raise your hand and say aye if you are willing to swear this oath not to share these secrets with anyone outside of this room." And actually, and then they start with Steel Dawn and they go one by one. Of course, all the guys at Steel Dawn, they all raise their hands. And then they come over to you guys next. And Mr. Jocko says, I so swear. Actually, he says, I shall swear. Got to do the accent, right? And then he points at you.
I so swear. Fern, you can talk.
He's pointing at Fern.
Oh, sorry. Oh, okay, yeah, totally swear, okay? I really do. I know that sounded sarcastic,
Fern.
but it's true.
The little old man, you could see him like eyeing you funny, and almost like he's trying to stifle a chuckle. And then
She catches that?
through Lorkris's stifled chuckle,
And
Rylar.
he goes over to Rylar, and Rylar's all like,
Rylar.
huh? What?
Rylar.
Oh, yeah, what?
Just say I so swear.
Okay, I swear.
I'll
You have
explain
to
later.
keep a secret now.
Okay, I'll keep secrets. I'm good at keeping secrets. You know I is.
So true. That's so true.
And then
I'm just being silly.
you hear some chuckles from some of the other teams, and then Lord Henron, goes to the Loam Riders in order, and of course, so you all have sworn. So, excellent, well done, thank you all. I appreciate this. Of course, it's an honor system. You have a question, Fern?
I do.
Okay.
Actually. So, if we were to share secrets with you guys won't tell nobody else either, right? Do you swear that?
Well, I suppose if it's pertinent to the mission and the project here on Frontier Isle, then yes. But if it's something personal, you should probably keep that personal. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. He says, well, first off, the person who will be explaining the platinum level missions to your teams is Supreme Conciliator of the 9 Merchant Lords of Grizanthia for the Frontier Isle project. He is basically the person I report to, and that is Envoy Dalvanic Comet here, Archdruid of Sylvanas. Fern's face is like, wait, what? The Archdruid is like higher ranked than Lord Henron? Yes. This guy is the boss of everybody on the island. He's basically the MGA, like it's coming, all your characters putting two together. This guy's the big boss. Not the BBEG, because he's not evil, but yeah. Yeah. So, and he stands up and he says,
BBGG.
BBGG, yes. Big bad good guy. All right. So he stands up and he says, "Oh, well, it's very good to see you all. I'm so happy that you are here. And it was quite the exciting entertainment that you gave to me there at the 4th annual Guildlock event. It was wonderful. Wonderful, I say. And it was good to see this upstart underdog put your Steel Dawn in your place. You always so arrogant, but it is deserved. I will say that to you, Daxon. Don't let me bust your chops too much now. So, you look like you have a question already, Fern, and have badly begun.
It wasn't the question. So, I was told that I have to pay attention to what I'm supposed to say if it is going to hurt somebody's feelings, so...
Oh, I see. What is I don't see. But very well. I will thank you for clarifying that for me, little lash. So just so you know, I obviously have been gone off the island for some time. I had to report back to the 9 Merchant Lords the progress that we had made. Of course, a lot of things had changed even while I was gone. And you've made incredible progress, especially in the Goldolphian mines. And I'm so honored that you have done so well. I just want you all to know it means a lot to me. And, well, next comes some big, you've set the bar high. just so you know. So the next steps are going to be quite a bit more challenging, I suspect. But
Good.
you all have laid the foundation. I like her attitude. That's good. She's got a can-do attitude. Excellent. All right. So you all have
That's
laid the
best.
Wait, what?
The can-do attitude is that she thinks she can do what she wants.
Exactly. Sometimes she has no filter. We're working on that. Right, Fern?
All right. Now settle down, lass. It's all right. We will have a little chat later, okay?
I'm really excited to meet you. I have a lot to talk to you about.
I figured you might, and I have a lot to talk to you about as well. Mm-hmm. You're a kooky little girl, but I respect that. So, let us continue. So, here's the gist of it. After you have taken your vacation, or whatever you want to call it, in 2 weeks' time at most. After that, your teams will need to work together to determine, like today before you all leave, I want you all to work out the details of the fall. Here, wait, I'm jumping the gun. You're supposed to help keep me on track, Ron. Yes, Chancellor. And he's like, oh, okay, this is where I'm at. I'm sorry, forgive me, I'm a crazy old hoot, and I forget things. Let me see. Oh, yes, okay. Well, let's just start with the individual missions. Let's do that first. Okay. Give me my report. Give me. Oh, okay, that's it. Yes. Okay. So, the Loam Riders. By the way, I've seen your work. It's fantastic. You all have done exemplary in the mines and building up the morale of the people. This is wonderful, by the way. So, you all are going to be sent to a new Wyvern training facility. It's a secret facility we have been developing in the northeastern area. Where is that? The northeastern riverbend area of the Ironcrest Hills. Here, I'll bring up the map so you guys can see it.
The map?
So find the Ironcrest Hills, which is right above Rheingold Colony, right? And he says, you will all be getting reports on this, and they'll have maps and details and stuff. She got a pee?
I have no idea.
She looks like she's having fun, and she's super excited and all of it.
I'm just gonna say right now, real quick, already love this guy. Like as an NPC, like I'm loving it. Lorkris is just like,
yes sir, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Or he's more like, I'm paying attention, but I'm sure Emillynn's taking lots of notes.
Yeah, Lorkris is not taking notes.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, okay, all right, this is what Loam Riders is
Actually,
doing.
since we're right about to jump into where I explained the 3 missions and the combined mission, if you want, this might be a good time to take a pee break for all of us. What do you guys think? I mean, she just went, so.
Yeah.
You okay? Did you need a pee?
I did. I just figured it was a good time to sneak off when the screen was small. And then I was like, it
Right
wouldn't be
on.
a big deal. Nobody's gonna really notice that much.
Yeah, when you go, no one's gonna notice me. No one's gonna notice.
Druid, you are the opposite of invisible. You know that, right?
No, the best time to do something like that is when Stormy has up that full screen something. Like I did that one time where.
Huh?
I was gonna say.
When I have the bracket thing up.
Yes, when you had the bracket thing up, I got up and left, and then came back. Everybody's like, "What?
And the
Where'd you start getting go?"
And the Goldathian Mines map.
Oh yeah, you mean the Goldathian mine? This one right here, yeah. From the Goldathian. Hey, get back here!
I was gonna say that Druid likes to cast greater visibility on herself.
Greater visibility?
Greater visibility. All right. All right. Good. All right. So
Are we gonna take a break now?
do you need a pee?
I do.
I need to too. So we'll take a quick break. We'll go intermission mode, and then we'll chat with folks. And yeah. Rhea, hello. It's good to see you. Welcome. Oh my goodness.
Spot solutions. Cookies and
Tater
cookies.
Lord and bread is here. Oh my God. And I can't quite read that. Malkara Darkwing.
Melkara Darkwell.
That is a cool ass name. All right. I'll be right back myself too. You guys entertain the troops, please.
There doesn't have to be a you guys. That's a Druid. Take over. She's got it.
I'm working on being a little bit more subtle. It's not working.
Subtle as a gun. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh yes. That's great.
Your stream is really far behind.
Don't yell at me like that. Oh.
I just want to say that I noticed Wookiees and Cookies made a comment earlier about Fern giving hugs and something along those lines. What popped in my head, I was like, oh, Fern is like a cat. So if she's giving you a hug, that means she's marking you as her territory by putting her spores on you.
That's...
Yes. So Fern, you are a cat.
Yes. I do what I want when I want.
Yep. That's why she's always wanting to hug people.
Yes. Alright, I want to watch this clip.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
I am thankful.
Anyway. Anywho. Post the banana in Stormy's art Discord. I need to see that. Where is this?
It's so good. What?
What are you guys laughing at?
In Stormy's art section on the Discord is the banana that Tom made.
Oh, he posted the banana?
Yeah. That's so cool.
Show your art.
BT posted the banana.
Nice banana, bro.
Seriously, Banana Tom? Seriously?
It's in No Man's Sky?
That's super cool.
That is so
Wow.
cool.
Wow. Holy
How
crap.
long did it take you to make that in No Man's Sky?
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, how long did that take you to make Banana Tom? I'm so happy to have you here, Rhea. It's awesome. Spud and Brett. Oh, you guys are awesome. We don't talk about that. Okay, all right. we don't talk about Banana Fort Club.
First rule of Banana Fort Club. We don't talk about
Banana Fort Club. Yep. All right. All right. So take another last sip of this. Just coat my throat. So real quick before we get back into it, what do you as players think about finding out that the Archdruid that created the monument to his dead ghost friend turns out he's like the head over all of this?
I, as player,
Mm-hmm.
there's that part of me that's just like, makes sense? And then there's that other part of me that's just like, Yes.
I may have been under the maybe not the wrong impression initially, but every time I thought about the druid, like he was the highest. Like that's how I always understood it. So it doesn't really shock me because I'm like, he's super special. He's the big druid dude, and he's off on the mainland doing stuff. I'm like, okay, so he's like at the top, right? I think.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a surprise. It wasn't a surprise twist to you.
Not so much that, but I was just like, yeah, no, that tracks, right? Because that's what I thought. And then, as you were saying, I'm like, did I actually thought that correctly?
Gotcha. How about you, Starkitty?
I, as a player, was thinking he was somewhere high up there. Because, he's an archdruid, and he's been on this island. He was one of one of the first adventuring parties on this island. And I was like, well, I mean, he's there. It's like, I wonder if Lord Henron was part of this adventuring party too. So maybe they're like on the same level. But yeah.
I like that. That's a good thought.
That's what I was thinking.
That's good thoughts.
But to find out that he's like above Lord Henron, I'm like, interesting.
All right. That means you guys might have some interesting questions in role-playing with him. All right. So we're going to jump right to it. Thank you, guys.
We love you, chat.
I know it was a short intermission, but that's all right.
Love you, chat.
We love you guys. Enjoy the show. We'll be back later. Let's see, go to that, and then go to. I think it's nice to do the RP scene because then that way people can see the map as we're discussing things. And if I have to go full map screen for some of this, I will. But all right. So the crotchety, big-nosed old feller says, so the Lone Riders are being sent to our new Wyvern training facility that the MGA established in the northeastern Riverbend area of the Ironcrest Hills. We've been developing this area for some time. We've had some quite a bit of assistance from several different teams who've cleared some of the threats in that area, including, I believe, Team 2 from Mr. Jollick Relic Hunters. In fact, what the Lone Riders are going to be doing, they will be helping test the new Wyvern Riders training camp to see if our idea is that we can use the Wyverns to breach past the hills into the Gloomspire Crag. That is their mission. And of course, it's going to be kind of a long-term thing because we've been working on getting these Wyverns trained. And so far, they've made good progress. But now this means that we're going to have to bond some adventurers to the Wyverns. And it's going to be a big risk. This is a big risk. And so we understand, Lone Riders, that, that it's, as Platinum Adventurers, it's a big responsibility for you. But, I don't know why I went off on a little bit of a Scottish accent there. So, now, eventually, the point of it is that you will be riding the Wyverns across the hills for an exploratory mission. But it's going to take some weeks for your development to, as you bond and learn how to ride the Wyverns properly. Because they're still working out the kinks with the program that we've been developing there. So, that's going to be the primary responsibility of the Lone Riders team. And the Lone Riders are like some of them are like looking at each other like, and then Gashora, you can see her sparkle, her eyes start to sparkle when she's like playing with her little dragon beard, and she's like, I find this a wonderful thing. The idea of flying through the sky and being seen by all in the sky, it's this wonderful thing. I love it. Love it, she says.
I'm sitting there smirking at her comment, going, of course, yes, that is nice.
And,
Does anybody talk to the wyvern?
surprise, surprise, we have another question from Fern. What is it? Come now, speak up.
Have you talked to the wyverns so they know what's happening?
Well, how do you think we're trading them?
Okay, just making sure.
He giggles at you. All right, and now, so the second mission, Steel Dawn. This probably isn't that exciting for you. You may be, but I know you all are excellent soldiers, and you're used to following orders of things you don't necessarily like to do. But it is what it is, so you're going to have to do it. You're being sent back into the Goldothian mines for further exploration. We want you all to move forward and see if you can find a way to push past the Great Chasm. Basically, see if you can find a bottom to it, or another cross point, or something to that effect. And all the while, we also want you to continue to explore the tunnels and make sure that you clear out any potential threats to the mines. I know it's not as glorious as you all deserve, but you're the best ones for it, and you know it. And their reaction is just like stoic, like Lorkris is stoic, and Daxon just nods his head. They're soldiers. They're used to, hey, go do this. I'll go do this, and that's what they're gonna do. So now to the upstarts. I believe you all have your own new name now. What is it again? Tell me. The name of your team individually, not your guild, your team.
Reckless Relic Hunters.
Yes, it's very fitting. Okay, so, you all have, your mission is a bit more unique than the others, but it's definitely suited to you. And I believe only you all are suited to it as well. You may be the only ones capable of completing this one. So, your party will be being sent to a place called the Forgotten Falls Estuary. So I'll repeat that so you can put it in your notes. Forgotten Falls Estuary. This is a special secret grove that is hidden in the mountains west of the mines. It is basically the estuary that flows into the main river of that area. And only I have the maps to this special grove, for it was my team that originally discovered it years ago during our first expeditions to this area, to this land, to this island. Hold your thought. Make sure you remember your question, because I might end up answering it with what I continue to say forward. There's much more that we have to share with you all. There's before you go there, though, so there's a reason that we're sending you there. And again, you all sworn to secrecy, because I'm going to be sharing something that even Steel Dawn does not know. In fact, I kind of already have. This Forgotten Falls Cavern, this Forgotten Falls Estuary. I don't know why I keep accidentally going off onto Jocko's voice. All right, this Forgotten Falls Estuary, this thing here is something that they didn't even know about. It's a secret that has been kept amongst my team that were the original expedition force, they came to this island long ago. See, Fern, as a druid, I'm sure, especially based upon your reports, that you have come to the realization there's something wrong with the land in this island.
Yeah.
And there's some sort of aberration, corruption, something that's twisting and contorting it in different ways.
Yes.
But I'm sure that you've also seen that the land is rich in natural power. There's a lot of convergences of ley line nodes throughout this land. I believe from the reports that I read, you all found one in a sacred grove in the swamp area. Yes, you did, in the swamp area, and you cleansed it. You being able to sense such a thing and cleanse it is a remarkable thing for someone of your age and experience. So, because of this kind of unique quality that I have discerned from your reports, because of this unique quality of Fern and your team together, the things that you all can do, I have come to the conclusion that only your team can go there, to this place where I went long ago. You see, I believe there's something unique and special about that grove at the Forgotten Falls estuary. The grove itself is quite fascinating, and we will have a meeting where I answer. Will this be today or another day? We'll work it out. We're going to have
Today.
Okay, we will have a meeting, we will chat. Of course, you all need to have a chat with the other teams too. We'll have to work out when that stuff happens. Where was I?
That could be tomorrow.
Well, okay, well, very well. So at any rate, at this grove, there's a number of unique what's that word, Lord Henron? Lord Henron says, I believe you, embellishments, some sort of native, actually, that's right, he's got the British accent. Embellishments, decorative style, kind of native ritual, out of character. I'm blanking on, like...
Describe it.
Little doodads that you might find in a like totems. A witch's house or totems. Thank you. That's what word I was looking for. Yeah, he's like, I believe the word you're searching for is totems, conciliator. And he says, oh yes. There's a bunch of ancient totems there that have been either engraved or carved or entwined within the flora of the area. And there's also a very unique tree that is growing within a cave behind the falls. Now, there may be guardians there because it's been some years since I was there. So remember that you have to be careful of any threats. But when my team was there, and we explored the area, I found myself having conversations with the creatures, with the flora and fauna there. And the flora and the fauna there, they had a unique perspective. I'm sure that Fern, you understand when you speak to them. They can be very vague about the way they describe things because, they live in a different kind of way, a different perspective of the universe. But these were even more odd and strange. And I got the sense, reading between the lines, so to speak, just vaguely understood that it felt as if they were sharing that there was some sort of special connection with this grove to an area that we have yet to be able to breach the I can't read my stuff.
Throstcairn ruins.
Say again?
The Throstcairn ruins.
Yes, thank you. The Throstcairn ruins in the north. So we suspect, well, I suspected anyway, based upon my conversations with the tree, that there may be some sort of mystical portal or transportation possibility? I don't know. I was never able to get it to work. We had to move on. And so, but I believe that Druid has some unique properties within her, based upon your exceedingly detailed reports. Good job, little one. The exceedingly detailed reports, yes. They based upon these things, I believe that Fern might have some special connection to the land that I, even as an arch-druid, could not achieve. I think there might be some reason for this that is as yet undiscovered. But this also leads to another secret of the island that I must share. And I will let the General Horvath share that part. The General Horvath. General Horvath stands up and says, "Oh, thank you." He says, "Thank you, sir. I will let you take over as soon as I've explained this part. So, you all." Steel Dawn already knows this from their exploration. I don't know if I believe Loam Riders has not been out to that area. Actually, there's a reason that. Let me show you here on the map. I'm going back to the map. See, she was all like doing 5, but I'm like, I'm not ready. So, based upon what the Conciliator's old report indicated, while his team was in this special grove area and throughout some of the forest areas in that area, they found themselves supposedly getting the sense that they were being watched by something, and occasionally they would be able to see out of the corner of their eye the shadow of small woodland elf creatures. Well, not tiny, but like small, like you, Fern. And in fact, every time that we have tried to explore into the deep wood, of course, it's impenetrable by any magics or material technologies for us. Any damage that we are able to do to the rock-hard trees repairs itself, and only by the mightiest of magic weapons are we even able to damage it. But one thing that has been reported by people who've been able to oversee it from different mountainous hills on the side, and also for folks who spend enough time there, is these strange shadow elf creatures. But we can't even say that they're creatures. They don't interact, they don't harm anybody, and they just seem like, we ended up calling them in an old report the Deepwood Elves. And so basically we theorize that perhaps somehow or another Fern may have some sort of, maybe it's a genetic jump, maybe somehow or another, we can't fathom how, but we do live in a mystical world. Who knows? We suspect that perhaps maybe she has something about her is like these shadow elves. They don't seem to live, they seem to reside, almost like ghosts or echoes of the past. We're not sure. Oh, they've been resistant to all of our magical studies. The Archmage could not offer anything more. By the way, where is he? He should be here at this meeting.
Oh, I sent him off to do some research. Leave it alone. We'll have a meeting with him later.
Oh, very well then, Conciliator. Very well. And, so, yes, that is, I believe that's all you wanted, right, Conciliator?
Yes. Sit down now. Sit. Okay. Now. So, yes, as you can see, since Fern has this ability to sense and cleanse the ley line nodes, you seem rather unique. And so perhaps there is maybe some direct lineage, some sort of direct descendancy, indirect descendancy, or mystical descendancy. Who knows? Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe it turns out we will be wrong. Maybe she won't be able to do anything. We don't know. But if I wasn't able to do anything, then the next best thing is to find another druid to try. A druid with good talent and good knowledge and a connection to the land. She definitely has that. There are a couple of other druids in some of the other guilds, but they're more traditional followers of Sylvanus. And I suspect that they would fail as I did as well. So,
well, they need to hang out with Melora more then.
Yes, Melora's one of the smaller represented gods of the mainland. Perhaps that has something to do with it. We shall see. I hope that you will determine this for us. That is why we're sending you on this mission. So, just to be clear though, before you make your way to the Forgotten Falls Envoy, I would like you to first stop by and check the edge of the Deepwood. I want you, your team, and you, Fern, to lay eyes and hands on the Deepwood. Please understand, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. Whenever a druid has touched the vines, as you could call them that, they're like giant redwood trees, but the wall, the thorns of the Deepwood, whenever they have touched it, it has been a terrible experience for them, like as far as it makes them sick. So, maybe it'll be different for you, but if not, regardless, I want you to experience it. Just be careful. Don't, just be careful. So, but I want you to experience it, go by and see it, and touch it, and feel it, and get a sense for it. And just a moment, maybe you'll learn something, and it will be useful to you on your way to the falls.
Fern, just write down your question.
No, it's all right. She can ask it now. But thank you, ladies. Thank you. You're such a good leader, Miss Ray. Yes.
She's so good.
Yes.
No, I just wanted to ask, have any of the druids actually tried to talk to the trees there or the vines there?
So the impenetrable wall of it doesn't speak. It doesn't communicate. It doesn't even. We're not even sure. It acts as if it's an organic living thing, but it doesn't feel like it's an organic living thing. It is.
Did you introduce yourself first?
Of course we did.
Okay.
But perhaps maybe you might, even if you end up having the same results that we did, I still feel like it would be a valuable thing for you to understand it on a deeper, more visceral, individual, level. So you should go. And on the way, you can go by and say hello to Vorianus for me. I haven't got to see him in so long because MJ keeps me so busy.
You need to go say hi to him. We became friends with him.
Well,
That's how we got our gold poppers.
your teams need to breach forward into the northern areas, and then I'll be able to.
There's a tree out there, too, that watched you build that tower. And you haven't talked to that tree in a long time, either.
Oh, that's
They thought you were dead.
That's
that
a
tree
beautiful-
thought you were dead.
That's a beautiful tree. I remember that tree. Trees are funny that way. They always think that us humanoid peoples are dead because, you know, they live so long and we don't.
That's true. But, you know, you should go probably tell them. I told that tree I would tell you that they want you to come by and say hi because they miss you.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. That's, you should give her a bonus. Okay. Now.
You should totally give that bonus to our friends that are down at the docks over by the Castaway Inn. They're so much fun to hang out with. We have a lot of that stuff. Why can't we share it with other people?
Not the time or place.
So, let me clarify. So those are your individual missions. Let me see, make sure. Look at my report. Let me see. Where's my papers? So, let's see. The Shadow Elves of the Deepwood. Yes, we spoke about that. She's got to go touch the Deepwood. Okay. Yes, I'm anxious to find out what you think about the Grove and what sort of threats there might be there now after all this time. Yes, Lorkris.
I know Fern has a lot to ask about these deep woods, but if you're unable to communicate with them, could they... Are you sure they're not dead?
Well...
As in from a necromantic perspective.
That is a possibility, but it would be a necromantic effect on a level that is beyond anything we've ever conceived of.
I mean, we don't know of long-range teleportation, but we have seen the dead do so.
Yeah,
Well, it's funny that you bring that up. You see, that's the next part of the mission. So you see, based upon the report that you all shared of the new existential threat in the land, yes. So you see, I'm going to have you all start looking for the Cloak of Algernon. Just kidding. It was a joke. That was for her. It was the inside joke. All right. I'm going to have you all. The reason why I have you all here today together instead of having individual meetings with all of you.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
What?
Marriage is what brings us together today.
And it just so happens that we are in the pit of despair. Below the walls. Sorry.
That's right. That's right. As long as you guys are having fun, that's fine. All right. He says, all right, so, the three teams are to travel part of the way together to investigate the root clusters that you all found. Uh-oh, you're doing it again, aren't you? I did it again, didn't I? The root cluster teleportation network that you all discovered. In between Overcrux Village and Rheingold, all arcane researchers have found one of these nodes intact. And, what we want is for all three teams to travel as an expedition force together to this spot. that's basically just north of the lake.
You said it's Novacrux Village?
It's in between Nova Crux Village and Rheingold Colony. Now, we want you to check it out, investigate it with all the capabilities of all three of your teams. But this is not your primary mission, it is a secondary one, so you are not to tarry too long with these root cluster investigation, since it's only secondary. If you can find out something, find it out, keep it in the report, and let us know. Then we can send other teams or decide what we want to do at that point. Our intention, obviously, is to determine where they're coming from, where they originate, and such, where this network goes. Perhaps it has something to do with that ancient ruined keep in the far northeast. So maybe the Loam Riders mission will be able to shed some light on that, if they're able to bond and learn how to ride the wyverns. So basically, after the three teams have traveled northward to that point and investigated this together, you all then split off when you all deem it's right and necessary, and then you will the Lone Riders will head northeast to a designated meeting spot where they will meet the Team 2 from your guild, who have been instrumental in helping us in that area. And then you all will head northward, rendezvous at the tower, use that as a rally point, as a rest point, and then continue onward to the deep wood. And after that, make your way. You'll actually be passing by the Goldathian mines, but the Steel Dawn, they will have already split off and gone straight to the Goldathian mines, while you all are heading north to the tower. That is the gist of the mission, and it is all in your brief. Not your pants, the brief that we're going to give you.
You stole my joke.
I did!
Yeah.
I like you. I like the way you think, little girl. And you like the land. This means a lot.
I really do.
So, we're here for you. Ask your questions.
Does anybody else have questions before I go?
So Daxon says, we'll look at the brief, and if we have questions, we'll confer with you later. Well, actually, no, he says, no, actually, Daxon says, we might have questions after we read the brief. I think that maybe at the end of the meeting today, our three teams can confer on how long it's going to take us to prep before we can start the main expedition together. And he says, my team doesn't have any questions at this time. And then, of course, Gashura says, oh yes, we will definitely have some questions. So about the wyverns and stuff, but I suppose that a lot of our questions might not necessarily be related to everything that everyone needs to know here. So perhaps, it'll probably be about all the, how we're going to learn, how long they've been training these wyverns, how the danger of it. Tell us why is it? I must admit, I have to ask. This is sort of a big question. I know that. We don't, our magical flying technologies and our magical teleportation technologies make it harder for us to go long distances, which is why we haven't been able to make. But, the Iron Crest Hills in the mountains, I still don't understand. I've always kind of wondered, why is we've been so hard to get past there? Why has it been so hard? Besides the deep wood, obviously that makes sense. It's impenetrable, right? But can you clarify this some more? And then Lord Henron answered. I'll field that question. So that's an excellent question, and it actually is one of the sort of third secrets that we have to share with you all today. All of our teams who've been able to make progress either by hiking or flying farther north have all run into a strange sort of anomaly. We call it just the anomaly. It's basically sort of for things in flight, it's like a barrier of air that pushes them out of the air. And for folks who are trying to hike through the mountains, the rock of the mountains and the hills becomes so treacherous throughout all those ranges that, especially with that, and the higher up you go, that strange anomaly starts to press down upon people even on the land. And then it becomes not only treacherous and dangerous, but simply impossible. We've lost adventurers simply from trying to climb it. And it seems to be beyond our technical capabilities. We're not sure if it's mystically created or if it's a strange kind of natural anomaly. That's something that the MGA has been researching for quite some time. Isn't that right, Conciliator?
Yes. It's the thorn in my side. The Nine Lords are always frustrated with me that I could never solve this particular puzzle. It frustrates me to no end.
We will figure it out.
Well, you will make my day. If you do.
Just your day?
Well, it's just a figure of speech. You'll make my day for a year. You will have accomplished something that has taken us years. If you can find a way through, it will be a magnificent accomplishment. Who knows? Maybe you might find something else too. Some other answers that we're not even aware of to questions that we don't know that we have yet.
Does anybody else have any questions for them before I go?
I have a question for you, Fern. Are your questions suitable for everybody, or are they more for
I just have one
for
question.
Okay.
At this very second. But go, Lorkris.
In regards to the undead, has anybody else encountered them? Is there any more information than what we already know?
Lord Henron says, that's a great question, General. Oh, yeah, well, some of our teams, as we were investigating this network, at first it was hard to find, and we almost didn't really, we couldn't, what's the word I'm looking for? Not collaborate, when you confirm, I guess confirm, that works too, but that wasn't the word I was looking for. We couldn't even confirm what was in your reports, but we, eventually, we did uncover, and we tried to backtrace some of them. We actually ended up finding 3 of them, but 2 of them
excuse me. One of them destroyed itself after we found it. Another one ended up having defenders teleport in, confirming exactly what you had said. And so yes, we've had a team that faced off against these undead. Sadly, that team was one of the little-known unranked adventuring parties, and they did not fare well. We did actually get to that area for a rescue party, and in the long run, it looks like that particular node also, or that cluster. I need to be careful not mix up nodes and clusters, because the nodes are the ley line things, and the clusters are the So the particular arcane cluster, that one had basically dissipated itself. So our next goal was to find one and basically do nothing with it until we could set this expedition forward. And that's what we've done.
Very well.
With that, actually, I'm going to share with the other teams what you all had discovered about these things, and what the Archmage discovered from what you all had done. Just to be clear, again, this is all secret information, top secret information that you all need to keep to yourselves. This is Lord Henron this time. And he says, so, for Loam Riders, a lot of this information is new. Steel Dawn was privy to quite a bit of this. The one thing that neither team was privy to was the research on, so this undead team of mages and warriors, we're not sure what to call them right now. I believe that we coined the term Deathlocks. They, the most unusual thing about them, besides their unique undead nature, is that they're incredibly ancient. We were able to mystically backdate them to 15,000 years, and like everyone in the room gasps. Even you even see Daxon. He actually, he loses his stoicism, and his men. He has to actually his men kind of go, whoa, and he has to shut them down.
All of us on our team were just like, I knew that. Yeah.
Yes.
After seeing their reactions, be like, do you want to see one? Because I still have some of the skeletons and the armor. Share with the party.
So the general says, yes, I believe that would be an excellent idea. I mean, we obviously have samples that you brought with us, and the Archmage is studying them now, but you still have some?
Yep, I still have one of the big skeleton skulls and one of the strange greatswords.
Bring them both forward. Yes. I'm sure everybody, all these teams would love to sample, get a look and a feel for them.
Go dig in your Mary Poppins bag and pull it out.
So, as you bring it out, it says, as you all may note, the skull is enlarged. In fact, we've come to the conclusion that they are a prehistoric version of Goliaths. So, something to chew on. I know it seems odd that that's the secondary mission, but our wise conciliator has made the point that until we can breach forward into the northern part of the island, the rest is moot. The source of this new undead menace must come from the north, since all of the networks of these root clusters head that direction. So ultimately, we are not able to activate their network, and when we try and get to them, they destroy them. So our best bet is to find a way through ourselves and discover the mystery once we've done that.
Yes, Fern, I saw you raising your hand.
So when we were out adventuring and stuff, I could only sense the root cluster, whatever things. I can only sense them like closer to like. So they're like, you know where like, you know, Rheingold Colony. Back towards like, you know, the Iron Crestals and stuff. I haven't found any that were like closer to where we are.
Ah, yes. Thank you for clarifying. She put that in the report, but and it's in your dossier. Your new, but yes. So you don't need to be too concerned that these teleportation nodes do not come too far down. And so one of the Loam Riders says, "So you're telling us that there's a teleportation network of undead?" And the general's like, "Yes, that is the case." Why haven't they not been more active than now? Fern?
Collecting all of the bodies and stuff. So what they're probably doing is collecting all of the bodies.
Wait, are you saying that you believe they've been collecting the bodies? That's right. That's right. In Lord Henron says yes. Member conciliatory. That other part of the report that we conclude. That other part of the report that we concluded was that the undead only use the teleportation network to grab the corpses of fallen creatures, and usually they apparently they'll take anything, but they definitely have been going after various monstrous creatures and the strange, you know, all of the humanoid cult as well. Basically, anywhere that they could, they've collected the undead, the dead. We suspect that they're probably using it to bolster their ranks.
So that's important.
Yes, very important.
So, you know, Druid friend of mine, if you are ever out at night, you might be able to see the flashing blue light and stuff.
I've never experienced that in all the time that I've spent on the island. That may be another special quality that is unique to you. Lorkris?
I will say that it appears that, at least to us, I feel that they've only recently started collecting bodies in this manner. And if you have been off island since then.
Well, are you sure that it's only been recently that they've done this? So here's the thing, you all haven't been on the island that long. Just so you know, a little known thing that has been, a little known mystery that's been going on, you all basically solved for us. Because this isn't the first time that we've seen corpses go missing.
I was, over the table, I was under the impression that this was the first time, first time that bodies have been disappearing in this manner.
Yeah.
And that's why it was such a mystery.
I was under the same impression.
Yeah. Not that this has happened before, that this is now a reoccurrence. I was under the impression.
Right, I know you were.
Okay.
He's saying that was an impression that we wanted people to have.
Got it. Okay. Makes sense.
It didn't happen very often, but it was happening. Our cleanup crews had a secondary mission, which was to find bodies, but they didn't even necessarily know that that was their secondary mission. When they couldn't find bodies, they would report it to us, and we would note it down. It's been going on for several years, and it didn't happen very often. I will say that. It did not happen as often until, well, you all ran across it, and based upon your reports, her seeing as often as she saw the blue lights, I still can't put my head around that. And Lord Henron's like, yes, I know, we've all kind of, it's another one of the reasons why we believe that there's some unique thing about you all, because the fact that you can view this, you know, I believe the Archmage's theory was that somehow or another your connection to the land allows you to see the temporal, or I guess temporal, the spatial anomaly that occurs when the land is disrupted by this teleportation network. So in other words, what you're seeing isn't really visual. It's more like you're sensing it than seeing it.
That's what the 3 said. Anybody else have questions? Because I have one specific question.
And Lord Henron says, I'm quite curious to hear what her question is. As am I.
As am I.
Fern, please share your question.
In Druidic,
Mm.
do you know about the grove that's on the way to Branek's village?
Right, you hear Rylar speak up, and he says, I can't believe you're asking him that question. In Druidic.
I shoot my eyes over at Rylar. I'm like,
No, sorry, he doesn't say it in Druidic. He says it in Common.
oh, okay.
Sorry, I
Specifically,
forgot. Yeah.
Rylar speaks
I forgot.
Druidic?
He understands, but doesn't necessarily speak. Yeah.
She just is.
So the little man says, "Oh, oh, wow, Are you talking about Joshua's Grove?
I didn't know that the name
Wait,
is the one that has the pool.
out of character. What was the name of the guy from the zoo?
Jericho.
Oh, Jericho. Sorry,
Jericho.
sorry, I screwed that one up. Oh, are you talking about Jericho's Grove? Again,
Yeah.
he stays in Druidic with you, so everyone's like looking at you guys like, what?
Yeah, you've got this whole thing going on.
Mm-hmm. He says, he actually says in common to everybody, this one is a secret between druids. It doesn't concern you all. Don't worry. It won't have. If it has an impact on these missions, then I will ultimately share it. But he says back to you in Druidic, you mean Jericho's?
Yeah.
But
I
it
was
was
just
Jericho, right?
curious.
Did I screw it up again? Okay.
No, you got it
Okay,
right.
Thanks.
You got it right. No, I was just curious.
Guys, I have the same memory as my character.
Do you think that these guys deserve a trip there, or should we keep it a super secret still?
Well, now that I know that you've found that makes me even more confident in your potential. So, Jericho actually brought shared that place with my team. So I feel like it's one of the few sanctuaries left on the island, and it's a very special place. And until I deem it necessary, until I deem it somehow connected to all of this, I think it's best to keep it between us. I don't believe it's necessary to share with anybody else.
I just really, really want to see Steel Dawn be relaxed for like at any amount of time.
I think we should keep that. Yeah, they're wonderful. They're wonderful people, but they are they're very disciplined and focused soldiers. I don't know if it would do them the kind of good that they need. And on top of that, we need to protect the energy of that place.
Okay. That was my only question right now. Wait, I might actually have another one. I wrote it down.
So I have he's still in Druidic. I have a question. He says in common, sorry, just a moment. I will be done in a moment. Don't be angry. He says, okay.
Or you should be angry and jealous.
I have a question for you, Fern, now. So, how many people have you shared it with? Does your guildmaster know? Does everybody on your team know about Jericho's Grove?
My team knows. Jocko does not know.
Okay.
We may or may not have brought a couple of people there when we rescued them from the bog witches after I cleansed the other one. But they really, really needed the healing there.
No, I see why you would have brought them there, but they didn't share that they had been there.
Well, because I swore them to secrecy.
Interesting. Very good. Did you take the
We
little?
also brought
Did you take the little wolf lord boy there?
Yeah,
Okay.
but Jericho knows that.
Right. Anything else?
Horses were...
Wait, you were about to say something. What is it?
Our horses were the one to show us.
Really?
Yeah.
He's scratching his head. He says in common to Mr. Jocko, did you buy native horses for them? Actually, out of character, where'd you get the horses? I forgot. Did you get them in? Was it Jocko that got them for you guys? I forgot what happened.
They were for us from like
Oh, they were.
Dulamargan.
Yeah, they were a gift from the aristocrat guy.
The noble in charge of Dulamar Colony?
Yeah, because we took out the Chimera, and
Right,
he's
right.
like, and Fern bullied him into giving
Right,
us
right,
horses.
okay.
And he's like, yeah, sure, you can have these horses.
Right. That's right. Jericho said, did you to Jocko? Did you buy them native horses? And Jocko says, no, sir. I did not. I believe they got them from. What did you
They
say?
were a gift from the aristocrat over at Dulamar Colony after we handled the Chimera.
Oh yeah, one of your first missions. Oh, okay, right. I got it. Okay.
You could have just asked me. My horse Cake was like a wild horse once.
Ah, native horses. That explains it. The fact that the animals were willing to share that sacred place with you.
Is he talking in Druidic or Common?
No, he's saying it in Druidic.
Okay.
Oh well. We will definitely try and have some time to have a chat if you want while you're here. While I'm here. Before you go on your mission. And after.
Would you take a field trip with us?
Unfortunately, I can't go in the field anymore. But perhaps maybe once more progress is made on the island together, we can go visit Vorianus at the tower.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. I'd like to see more of your druidic work in action. So,
I should tell you guys, this is in common. I'm just going to tell you guys that if people start reporting that there's trees with faces on them, it's me. I'm sure it's going to bother people that aren't a druid.
Lord Henron says, I believe I actually got a report about that the other day. So that's been you all along.
Yeah?
Well,
It's easier
the
to
reports
talk
that I
to
got
the
didn't
three
say
with a handsome
that
face.
there was anything dangerous about the faces. Just investigate them. It's good to know that mystery's solved. I'll mark that report off.
Do I get the reward for that?
Fern, not the time.
I was just being silly. I'm done now.
Everybody kind of chuckles at that.
Might
Except-
not be a
except
bad
Daxon.
idea to leave it a mystery.
Except Daxon?
Yeah.
You become another urban legend like the tower. It'd be funny to leave it alone.
I agree with Lorkris. You shouldn't have said anything, Fern. You should have left it a mystery.
We are all sworn to secrecy in this room.
At that, Daxon actually cracks up.
Got you to laugh finally. That's all I wanted.
He's like,
Oh, deep down inside, I'm sure you like to snuggle soft, fluffy dogs.
you see this look on his face like, like maybe you're right. All right.
Insight check.
So,
That was an 18, by the way.
no need to roll. So yeah,
No, I'm just kidding.
so now Dalvanic says,
All right, well, now that you know you're searching for a cloak, wait, no, wrong world. So what you all think? Do you have any other questions for us today?
I know that you say that we have some freedoms per se. Is that do these not have a time limit? I mean, of essence and of appropriate, but there's no deadline per se.
Daxon pipes in and says, "Well, since you're broaching that subject, I believe that our team would be ready within days of the 2-week vacation period. But I can understand that your teams might need a little bit more time to prepare. So I recommend we go the additional week after the vacation period, as long as you all can prepare everything, as well as the Lone Riders."
Oh, we'll be ready by tomorrow if we need to.
Fern is very eager to get this started.
I would imagine we'd be ready to go in a similar time frame you guys are. Right, Emillynn?
Yes.
Sounds...
So the Druid says in Druid, Druidic,
But Fern, this is a perfect opportunity for you to take a little vacation to the Grove. You should take it.
know.
You should take it.
I know. But I like to be dramatic.
so
So,
not Gataxia,
Gashura.
Gashura, she says, well, my team can be we don't need a whole 2 weeks worth of vacation. I'd be willing to go at the end, at the end of the 2 weeks immediately if everyone is okay with that. And Daxon says, that would be preferable. I agree with that. How about you, Relic Hunters?
It's doable.
Yeah.
So, are we agreed then?
Grab a
1 week
couple.
of vacation and then 1 week of prep, and then we go?
Aye.
Fine with me.
Very good. I suppose we can have our guild leaders coordinate supplies and meeting points and times?
Yes. Right, Jocko?
He's all like,
You go, girl. You got it. I'll do whatever you need me to.
Would also like to say, I'd imagine, Emillynn, you would not be opposed to this, but during that week of prep, if you guys have any questions about this undead, more than happy to share our experiences firsthand. Rather than read it from a page.
The folks of Loam Riders nod their heads in approval, and the folks of Steel Dawn look over at Daxon, and Daxon looks at them and back at you guys and says, "We'll read the report, and if there's nothing that's not in the report, or if there's anything unclear in the report, we will be happy to have a meeting with you in this regard." And then Gashura steps up. She says, "Well, I don't know about Steel Dawn. I know they're kind of always about the business and stuff. But I would love to just have a dinner meeting with you all, and we can chat about it if that would be all right with you."
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure Steel Dawn wants to keep, professional distance. Because they're going to be stuck in the field with me.
Fern Cash Vicious Mockery.
And
She's not
by
a
the
bard.
end of it, my goal is for them to be my friend. That's all I want.
We have a better look at defeating these undead. No offense.
I like to have side missions.
All right. Well,
I look over at Dax and I go, I'm sure the MGA would be very happy to share my detailed report about the undead that we encountered. If you need further clarification, then what's in your brief? And I look over at the MGA leadership.
yeah. And Lord Henron says, "I'll make it available to him, to any of you." So, I hope this makes it more clear to Steel Dawn and Loam Riders why these reckless relic hunters basically jumped the gate all the way to second rank. I mean, I knew we sort of made it clear before during the meeting yesterday, but now that you get to see a bit deeper everything that has gone on during their quests, they have remarkably uncovered several mysteries all on their own. And as you've seen from their incredible display of prowess and power in battle, they're quite capable. So they have earned the right to be at this table with all of you. But so should you all be proud that you've earned the right to be here as well. We appreciate that you all will keep the secrets of the MGA. It's meant to not just protect the MGA's interest, but protect the people. And in the long run, once we can solve all these mysteries, we will make a historical record that we will share with anybody who wants to see it. And you all are part of that. You're the history makers. One day, it will be not just legends, but history books that speak of your exploits. Do your best out there, and remember, most of all, yes, you're here to accomplish things for yourselves and for us, but survive. That's what you must do, because if you can't survive, then you can't accomplish anything. And the General Horlock says, "Here, yes, agreed." And then, the little old man is like, yes, that's right. You can't do anything when you're dead.
Unless, you know, a necromancer raises you, then you can do all kinds of things, but it's not fun things, it's terrible things. So, I'm getting off on a tangent. Enough of this. All right. So, you all know pretty much what you're supposed to do? Are you ready?
Yes.
Any other questions? Yes, fine, of course.
I just actually wanted to say that if you ever wanted to come to my garden, you're more than welcome.
Oh, well, thank you. That's, that was, to be honest, that was something that we were going to try and coordinate to be while I'm back. It was one of the things I was hoping to do before you go, because I've heard such great things about it.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Jocko sings your praises all the time. He's quite vocal. He's your team is your biggest cheerleader for sure. I don't know why I'm sounding like him. I need to stop that.
I thought I was the biggest cheerleader, Jocko.
I sense a rivalry. Friendly rivalry.
Lorkris is like, you can't be big, you're small.
Oh, Chris, you tried to be funny too.
It's not working.
You tried. That's all that matters.
Though she may be small, she has big personality.
Yeah.
Everyone at the table is nodding their head. Well, very well then. It seems that we've nailed it down. So, unless anybody has anything else to address, I believe it's meeting adjourned. Okay, excellent.
No more.
So
As soon as they say meeting adjourned, Fern is like, okay, good, and then she like goes and like does like a little stretch dance off in the corner because she has the wiggles. That's it. Carry on.
okay, well, as you all are filtering out the kooky little old man says,
All right, so, before you all leave, hang tight a second.
and so then everybody kind of filters out and leaves. You know, they all leave the same way, and the Lord Henron says, "Is there something important for the meeting, Conciliator? Do you want me to leave the stenographer?"
And he's like, no. I just wanted to speak to them personally about something.
Oh, very, very good, sir. So everybody leaves, and he says, he looks at you with his eye. He's looking at you.
I forgot what I wanted to say.
I do that all the time.
Oh, yes. Thank you for befriending Varianus. That old bastard.
He had no choice.
I can see that about you, yes.
He gave up quite early.
Well,
Speaking of Boreanaz and the tower,
hmm?
I just have a tiny question. Those deep wood elves, they show up as shadows? Is that my understanding? Like, are they're shadow figures?
Yes, basically, you never see them except out of the corner of your eye.
Interesting. I think I may have encountered one.
What is it, Fern? You know, we're having a private conversation. You don't have to raise your hand now.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt Miss Ray
It's
or
good practice
Lorkris.
for her.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely the best thing for me to do.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I don't want to mess with your mojo.
She can't.
I think I may have encountered one in the tower.
What?
Yes.
This wasn't in your incredibly detailed reports.
Well, I wasn't sure what I'd seen. I just thought it was maybe a trick of the light.
What, did it look like a little short elf?
It looked like a short figure, yes. Shadowy figure that I saw at the corner of my eye as I was coming upstairs. It was next to a window. And then when I looked over to see if it was actually there, it disappeared.
Did you see noticeably large, pointy, shadow ears?
Out of character, the answer to that question is no, you did not.
No, I did not.
Well, it's possible it might be the same thing, but it's also possible it's not, because without fail, one of the most notable features that everyone who has been able to witness these shadow elves at the periphery of their vision is that these large ears that extend out the side. At first, some people thought they were horns, but then they realized their positioning would be ears.
But this was inside the tower.
No, that has never been reported at the tower before. Are you sure that wasn't just Voriana's playing tricks on you?
We asked Vorianus about it.
We did.
Lorkris?
More over the table question. Was it described as if it was like a hooded figure?
No,
Like, no. Okay.
just a silhouette, just a shadowy silhouette in the window.
Okay.
Because I seriously thought
You can actually see it if you guys want to. You just have to go back to the YouTube and look at the thumbnail from that video.
Oh, no.
I forgot which one it was, but I actually created an image for it.
because like when I noticed it, I thought it was Vorianus playing a trick on us or on me, and Vorianus said, "Nope, that was not me." This was after we had befriended Vorianus too, and he had stopped trying to scare us.
Well, he can be a right bastard, that one. Maybe he was fibbing, but I don't know.
So I just thought I'd bring that up because
No, I appreciate that. I'm surprised it wasn't in your report. But I see now, if you were unsure of it, why it wasn't.
trick of the eye. But I was thinking, I even asked my team members about it, and they're like, haven't seen anything like that. But
Have any of those shadows appeared outside of the deep woods?
No.
Always been within the boundaries.
It's either been near the deep wood or near the Forgotten Falls estuary.
maybe this is a different type of shadow. Shadow creature.
Interesting.
Maybe.
Fern, what did you tell him?
I just asked him about the grove.
Yes, she told me that you all found Jericho's grove.
Yeah.
Well, our horses did.
If everybody else was worthy enough to take a little field trip over there. But I wanted to ask him before I.
I see her big heart wants to share it with people, but there are some people that would potentially disrupt the energy of that place. Not because they're bad people, but that's just who they are, And,
It is quite a strange place. In a good way.
indeed.
I'm really excited to go over there. Because the reason why we came to this island was because of the reports of the wood elves.
Yes.
What?
You may or may not be familiar with Solana, She was once a
Oh,
member.
Lady Solana, of course I know Lady Solana. She was one of the oldest adventuring. My team had run across her in our adventures many decades ago, long time ago. Yeah, she's a wonderful lady.
We befriended her back on the mainland, and she recommended us to this island and sponsored us.
Oh, I remember seeing that now in your dossier about you all. Yes, that's right. I've forgotten. Why did I add that in? Ooh. So Lady Solana, apparently. Yes, and it would make sense then that she would know. Yes, my guess is Fulcrum probably shared with her in private letters about the Deep Wood Elves. That's understandable. She Fulcrum was one of her last apprentices, one of her last students. Apparently, she took you all on as well. Well, what a strange quirk of fate.
Yeah.
I just happened to run into them in the city and recruited them to my team.
And Rylar.
And Rylar.
We almost died first before we took on Rylar.
Yes. Some of us have almost died many times.
Well,
Some of us have.
Rylar, you've been quite quiet through all this. What do you say about all this? Oh, I don't know, Mr. Druid, man. I just do what the boss says. I like to hang out and listen to hear cool stories and find out that we're going on quests and stuff. And yeah, we're gonna go see some waterfalls, and it's gonna be lots of fun. And if I got this, shoot monsters with my purple beamer, I'm gonna do it.
Rylar is very, very unique to our team and very much appreciated for what he does provide. How else would we have found those secret tunnels in the mines?
Oh, that's right, in the report, yes. Well, we see, that's one of the reasons why, it's all of you. Every single one of you has some unique quality that brings your team together and makes you stronger as a whole. And that's what I've seen in your reports. Rylar and his unique vision, Fern and her unique connection to the land, right? And Lorkris has this stalwart ability to protect the people on the team. And you, Lady Ray, you inspire them and encourage them and bring them together. And without each of you, I believe the whole would fall apart at the seams.
Miss Ray is the glue. She keeps everything together. And she tells us what to do. And it's very good. So you have to come to the Castaway Inn and hear her sing and play her violin. I don't think she sings, but play her violin.
If I can find some time to squeeze away from that, maybe I can arrange it on the day that we were going to try and arrange to visit your sanctuary, your garden.
Yeah.
I do have one more question for you.
Yes, of course.
Are you familiar with the song of nature of this island? I've
been a very busy researcher and feel like I'm not really into music. I'm not sure I understand what you're asking me.
I start humming it to the best of my ability.
But unfortunately, go ahead and roll your performance.
Performance.
You should just bust out the violin
28.
and do it.
No, not 28. 30.
What'd you
34.
roll?
I rolled an 18 plus 16.
Yeah, that's 34. Yeah.
34.
Jeez. He's like, my by Sylvanas, that is haunting melody you have there is beautiful and wonderful and enriching. It feels like there's something missing from it, though.
Not quite there yet, but I hear it whenever we go out in the field. And I've been trying to replicate it as much as I can. It's like this island is talking to me through music.
Are you sure it's just the island? Yes, I may be an archdruid, and my focus is on nature and the land. But Vorianus and the other a wide variety of wonderful people I've met over the years, from arcane mages to scholars to healers, medics. I've come to realize and understand a new philosophy of life beyond just the natural, and that there are connected cosmic forces out there beyond our wildest imagination, even beyond the gods themselves. Perhaps from all that I've learned, I feel like that perhaps there is a resonance that exists throughout all the cosmos that goes beyond just the natural order of existence.
All right. Just thought I would share, since you are a druid that's connected to this island as well. Maybe you've heard it yourself.
Thank you for sharing, and thank you for asking. I hope I was able to give you some insight. Lorkris, you look like you.
Kind of circling back to an earlier topic with the grove. Though we ended up calling her Cat, right? What was her real name?
We don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember anymore.
Her
It was Cat.
We call her
Because she was
catatonic.
Because she was catatonic, we called her
for
Cat.
short,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's
Yeah.
still at the rehabilitation center.
Yeah. Either way, Cat, she was one we brought back from the bog witches to the grove. And in the waters, I was able to bring her back. I had a suspicion about the waters after that. I made this, and I'll pull out one of the green flecked holy waters that Lorkris made that he never had an opportunity to use these ones against the undead. And I wonder if you can give me more insight into this. It is holy water, but of the grove.
You made a holy water vial from water in the grove?
I'll hand him it.
May I open it? He takes a sniff of it, dips his finger in a lick of it. It's wonderful and effervescent. It's refreshing. But I'm afraid it's an expertise that you may have more of than I do as a cleric.
I was just curious.
It does not surprise me that the water in that spring would have unique mystical properties.
We've been kind of hesitant to ask any other clerics about it, because then they'll start asking, where did you get this?
I see your point. Yes.
And I have not had an opportunity to see what it can actually do. There
Well,
was a hole in my chest before I could throw it. Lorkris will just kind of shudder at that the thought of that bone claw just like skewering him.
oh.
You're still here. You're okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank you for befriending Vorianus and
Speaking of Vorianus, I don't mean to interrupt. In the time frame that we will be traveling, based on an estimate time, would we be there around the full moon?
Are you worried about Guar?
No, I want to go talk to Boreanus. If we're gonna end up towards the tower, if he's able to be up, that make.
He thinks about it for a second and says, he goes, you seem like the wheels turning.
well, it might be. You may have to convince the other teams to wait another week. I believe that would be the full moon. So
We might be able to catch him on the way back.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Anyway, just a thought.
Oh, so one other thing about Boreanus and the tree near the tower. Don't forget the roots are connected, so if you talk to one tree, it'll get over to that tree. Right, Fern?
It is true.
yes,
Check in with the tree.
valuable lesson
At least-
to know this. That just a lot of people do not realize. So yes, the trees of the world, most of the trees of the world are connected in some way. Like obviously there are some obstacles that keep some sectors of them from being connected with each
Like
other.
the root clusters? Yes.
Yes. But I am of the perspective philosophically, not only is there a resonance to the cosmos, but I believe that there's an aether, as it were, that connects us all in a root structure. And that one day we will all be able to perceive and understand this. But that's just an old man in his philosophical ramblings. I don't want to get off on a tangent. Just want to thank you all for befriending Vorianus and all the work that you've done for us here on the island. You know, I just wanted to personally thank you for your accomplishments and ask you to be careful out there. There's still, honestly, I believe there's more dangerous threats to come than anything you've faced yet so far.
Thank you for taking the time to chat with us. I know Fern has been eager to talk to you for a very long time.
Well, yes.
You're the first other druid that I have met. That at least I remember.
Well, may there be more druids like you and us in the future.
That would be cool.
Very well then. I must be off. I'm sure that Lord Henron has many tasks for me to do. And I have many tasks for him as well.
Well, you guys should come take a break in my garden one of these days.
We will arrange it soon.
Just show up, it's fine.
I'll have them contact. I have to arrange everything nowadays. It's so terrible being a like this administrator. It's like this conciliator thing. If it had not been the 9 merchant lords who had asked me, I would not have taken it on. But it needs to be done, so we're helping them, which will help all the people of the all the people of the mainland Grisanttia in the long run. And I believe it'll help us all. So, well, that's it for now. Toodaloo! He bounds out the door. Seems rather spry for an old guy.
Let's hope we don't get lost.
Are we the only ones in this room?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we get back?
Touch anything.
I just...
No.
How funny would
No.
it be for us to write underneath the table?
How funny
Jack-
for you.
Jocko's relic hunters are the best. I won't do it. I just wanted to share.
All right, let's head back.
All right. Unsurprisingly, you are able to make your way back out. And
Good, 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 good.
Once you get up top, you note that same guy who had brought you all here is there waiting at the top of the stairs to shut the red door behind you all. Ah, you all are done. Excellent. So, did you have a good meeting?
Yes.
Follow me. We'll get you back.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Get just a moment, please. He shuts the red door and does all these locks to it, and then does a little arcane spell and locks it with a knock, an anti-knock spell or reverse knock, whatever you want to call it. It's a lock
arcane
spell.
lock spell.
Arcane lock. There you go.
Lock.
Excuse me. And then he burps.
Oh, is it after lunch? Did
Excuse
you miss
me.
lunch?
I'm sorry. All right, and then he takes you guys back out, and obviously, Mr. Jocko was waiting for you up top too, and then he just follows you guys. He's like, so did you have a good look? Did you have a good talk with the conciliator? I had no idea that the little old man was going to be the big boss over us all here on the island. I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
And the red door was real. It was wonderful.
And we came back alive.
I'm not surprised that the Druid was in charge. I'm kidding. I was totally shocked too.
Well, you all did wonderful. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to get back and eat and drink and tell Granada all of the things that everything except, well, most of it. Damn it.
You know,
I
it's
was
so
about to
funny.
say, it's like we can't share anything from this meeting.
Well, I'm going to tell her that you all, you did an old adventurer proud. You did well. Your meeting was a fantastic.
We can definitely tell her that it went well and that we have a bright but grim future ahead of us.
No, if I could even tell the trees.
You're going to tell the
What was that you guys said? I'm sorry.
She said, I don't know if I could even tell the trees. And I'm like, you're going to tell the trees.
I don't know.
Fern not telling the tree something.
Yes.
Shut up,
Hey, she's learning to get better. Maybe she won't.
Ooh.
So Fern.
She can just swear it to secrecy.
So Fern, when you are in your garden, please be mindful of what you are sharing out loud with the trees. If you are speaking in common, but if you do want to talk to the trees, make sure it's in either tree or druidic, please.
You know, Rylar, how did you understand what I was saying in Druidic?
Oh,
You shouldn't know.
well, I can't speak it back at you. I just, I sort of figured it out from, reading the Druidic language and stuff. I can sort of suss it out by listening.
Remember, Rylar has special eyes that can read and understand many different languages.
Well, all of them.
He just cannot speak the language.
All of them, he said.
Lorkris will be like, in deep speech at Rylar, I was like, I don't remember if I've ever spoken this to you, have I?
Oh, that's the creepy one. No, you haven't.
Mm. And then just gonna look at like Emillynn and Fern and just be like, yep, moving on. Don't question that.
That's an interesting language there, Lorkris. I don't even speak that one.
I mean, it is deep speech.
In Primordial, Fern is just gonna be like, it kind of sounded like this one, but not really.
And in Primrose, like, not even close.
Oh.
Well, all right. So,
I'm
Here's
going
a-
to
here's a-
respond back to you guys in Draconic saying, great job, team. anybody understand Draconic?
Rylar's like, yeah, we did good.
In Sylvan. Sylvan, I'm just gonna be like, Miss Ray is the best. She's the reason why we're here.
Question mark from me.
You guys are funny. So I have a DM to player questions for you guys.
Yes.
Are you all going to want to roleplay your vacation in the Grove? Or did you want me to, next week when we get started, exposition that? It's up to you guys. I don't mind either way.
Well, you gotta remember, they want to make their pie.
No, I know that part. I'm just asking.
And Fern is going to want to speak to the trees and the animals.
I think that, at least for what I know that Lorkris wants to do, there can be a short bit of RP and a fair bit of exposition.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's enough stuff that you want some RPing, yes.
Just, yeah, even if it's just a little bit and then exposition the rest, like,
Yeah.
you know.
How about you, Fern? Do you want, Druid, do you want lots more? I mean, I'm fine with
So-
however much you guys want.
So there is a couple of things that Fern wants to do, which we could RP.
Okay.
If not, like we could exposition. Basically, you know, she's gonna want to just talk to the tree, and then try to like meditate on the root balls, and just be like, how cool would it be to be able to go from this tree to that tree, just through the root ball system, and just basically that whole kind of thing, and just talk to the grove and the tree about that. Basically, the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Be like, you know, like how cool would that be? And then she's gonna think about it really, really hard, and then talk to the three about it. So
Okay.
if we could RP that, or we can just like go through it really quick. Either.
I
way.
mean, I'm fine with a little bit of RPing the vacation time. So basically, though,
little bit.
there's, and I suppose also you may want to RP one last visit with Guar too. So
Yeah.
okay, well,
We'll try to get.
I think
through
that's
this
where
really
we
quick.
should. I think that's where we should start tomorrow. Is the RP with Guar?
you mean next week?
It'd be cool to play
Or that is
tomorrow,
it.
but
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's tomorrow for our characters.
Oh, right. Tomorrow. Oh, okay, I see. You
Right.
meant tomorrow
we
for your characters.
all knew
Okay.
that. Come on. How obvious was that? Hey, I was so clear.
considering we were talking out of character, Lorkris.
Yeah. No, seriously though, it's funny. Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So next week, which will be tomorrow for our characters, you guys can go visit Guar, and then go on vacation.
I'll write down the itinerary.
Yeah.
So
Go
first,
spend a few days at the a couple of days. I guess it's a couple days travel there, and then spend a few, like maybe 3 days there, and then 2 days travel back. And then you'll be ready to prep with the rest of them.
Yeah. In the context of prepping, just so that either I as a player, and then understanding a bit with what Lorkris is expecting per se. In that prep, not only communicating with the other teams, but that is that also that same time where we get to look at the like special first come first serve gear. Is that what that's functioning as well? Or am I
Didn't you guys already get your special gear? Didn't I thought Jocko?
Yeah. Do you need something
maybe
else?
Maybe we could get more potions.
Well, we got gear for but like since we'll be going out on a long mission, it's one of those like it doesn't hurt to take a look to see if there's anything that we need to snag.
Right now, you guys have pretty much you have the best that the MGA has to offer.
Okay. Well, then might want to restock on some of the things that we used, such as the potion of invulnerability, because I would like to have that again.
If you can, that's a pretty rare and expensive item.
That'd be that time frame to question and ask and see what's up.
Yep. I'll roll. You'll have a chance to have that
Sure.
to get another one.
I know it's a slim one, but hey.
Was there any other actual like gear you were thinking about, or okay, all right.
No, just we have access to first come first serve. So if we were gonna prep before going out, it's like, does it
Right.
make sense that we're looking at any of that?
Right. The
That's
prep
all.
will mostly be like, arranging the day, the time, the meeting place, the horses, the carts, the supplies. As far as maybe do some cross training with the other teams, maybe a few days worth of training with each other. Maybe a chat about what you guys, how you're gonna tackle the, you guys investigating the root clusters. So.
Cool. Cool.
All right. Well, am I seeing that right? 9:20 something. I mean, it's a little early, but hope you guys don't mind. This was. I feel like if we continue on, well, I don't know. I guess it's up to you guys. We can continue on and do some of the role-playing / exposition of the trip to the Grove, or we can do that next week.
I think it'd be a great way to start off next week.
Yeah.
You guys think so too? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right.
Just
Sounds good.
We'll get that, and then by the end of next episode, we should be on our way out on our new ventures.
Okay. All right. Well.
Even Ares agrees.
Yeah, even Ares agrees. Oh my God, Ares.
Ares
That's
approves.
right, Aries. She's you awesome, bro.
Brett, I love that you do that on D&D nights.
I know.
Grom!
Grom and Grasha! I love you, Brett. You're awesome. Ares.
You got two new.
Big hugs.
You got 2 new follows today.
Follows, and I thought, didn't I also get a sub? I don't know.
No, you got 2 new follows.
Yeah.
2 new follows. Okay, is that what it was?
Thank you
Arigato
for the
gozaimasu!
follows.
Thank
Much
you so much
appreciated.
for the follows. Yes, I'm honored if you're still here. Thank you so much.
Lenore,
Hey, Majestic Wolf.
Majestic
into-
Wolf.
Lenore.
Happy International GM Day.
Really? It is?
Is it really?
I had
Lenore
no idea.
And Malkara Darkwell.
Cat who Fern couldn't remember had missing hands and feet. Yes, that's right.
Hand. I think it was one hand and
Yeah.
one foot.
It was 1 hand and 1 foot.
Yep. I'll grab her by the hands.
That was classic. That was freaking awesome.
That 100% was just fate, no filter, brain to mouth, and hopefully wasn't crossing the line.
No,
It's one of those statements where you say it and you're like, ooh, I hope that didn't cross the line.
we made that. Did we? Isn't that one of our clips that we are
Yeah.
going to be putting up? That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a clip that Banana Tom made on the YouTube
Oh wow.
that we're making into a clip to make into a short.
Banana Tom, thank you so much. Oh my God. Arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah.
It's BT always has our back. He's so
Yes.
amazing.
Banana Tom.
All you guys. Aries. Oh.
Everybody.
March 4th. What's March? Oh, March 4th.
Oh.
Is that when you?
International.
What's today?
You know what today also is? Completely irrelevant, not even D&D related.
What?
Today marks 1 year since our move.
No way. You've been there a year now. Right on.
Yep.
Yep.
We showed up on March 4th.
And sometime last week was our 7-year anniversary.
Whoa! Congratulations! Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Because yours is goosed. Poor Banana Tom. Because I was.
Thank you. Alrighty.
Well, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for sticking it out and for enjoying the show. We're gonna wrap it up tonight.
What do you mean you don't see a ring, Brett? Are you talking to Fate and Druid?
I have 1, 2.
Maybe he's talking about us.
This is the placeholder.
I know. It's not even. What? It's not even.
It's just there so I could just, at work, be like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I literally gave her a rock. Not like a metaphorical diamond rock. No.
It's
A real rock.
like a penguin.
And you probably loved it.
Yeah.
Cried.
Oh.
And then went to work.
And then she'd go to work for an overnight shift.
Oh.
So I got to do it, and then I go and to bed. I get to sleep peacefully, knowing I'm happy, and she had to go to work. Good times.
Okay, I'm not a big
Cool.
fan of wearing rings, so I have an imaginary one.
Mm.
You have
Yeah.
a Phillip ring.
Yes, I have a Phillip ring.
A Phillip ring, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Phillip is still a mystery to my character, but she's like, he is so real because he is right there.
Mm-hmm.
He's so real.
He's so.
I believe.
He's really, really, really something. Who knows?
He looks like a Phillip.
It's...
All right, guys. Well, you all are amazing. Thanks again. Have a wonderful evening, and we will catch you all on our regular live streams. Sunday for Fate, Monday for me. Maybe your Druid. I don't know. Maybe Fate. I don't know if they have time off. All you folks.
Maybe.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the
I-
follows and the raid earlier from Goblins and Warlocks
Yeah.
if they're still
Yeah.
lurking.
Yeah.
So,
I will say I do have this next week off. There are going to be some updates and changes to our stream room.
Right.
So maybe not Monday. However, during the week, there will be an extra Fate stream or two. Maybe we'll see.
Sweet.
Bananas
but at least
Tom,
an extra
thank
one
you-
for sure.
Thank you so much for the bits.
Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you, BT. Come on now. You didn't have to do that. Thank you.
We don't have a jar like Fern does.
Yeah.
Thank
But
goodness,
thank you.
because Druid would never.
All right.
Druid already has a hard time.
Well, we love you guys. Have a great evening. We'll see y'all.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.